my comments, and then I realized, I guess not.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Ætherealms Fortune's Favor here on Lakeside Legendz. Before we get ready for our recap, let's do our quick shout outs.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, can you show that shirt so they can see? Because we
I've
talked
got
about
my
it,
mug. Look at that.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself in the process. But
I have a bad shoulder. That's not a good idea.
Geek Grind Coffee, everybody. We're big fans. And we want you to be fans, too. Because once you try it, you're hooked. What?
You should get one of those mugs, Connor, and then add that thing.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes. Okay. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
The Geek Grind Coffee promo code Iconic gets you 20% off, and it helps us here.
Oh, and they just added a thing where you can get the K-cups in a mixed bag.
Oh, yes,
So
that's what I was going to
if
say.
you wanted to try a bunch of different things, they have the new K-cups. Sorry, jumped in.
It's true, because I saw the email. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
was
get
like,
that.
oh, that would have been handy, but I just made an order, and I was like, that would have been nice.
We just got a bunch of the pods for the Wizard Mist, because, you know,
And
that's
I
our
am
thing.
I am working through those things. I'm like,
I know.
But yeah.
I got to order some that isn't pods for Gallifrey.
Yeah. But Geek Grind Coffee, like I said, as you can tell, we're all really big fans of it. It's good coffee. Excellent artwork, as you saw from the shirt and the mug.
Yep.
They are great company, good coffee, 20% off if you use the promo code Iconic. And yeah, there you go. I'll say they hear it every week, but I'm like, see, like that. Look at that artwork. How cool is that?
but you didn't hear it. We did this for you.
But yeah, so say Geek Grind Coffee. They do tea, shirts, mugs, coffee. They do beans, grounds, the pods. They do cool little crates. Like they have like a labyrinth one. They got Pathfinder. Go out there just to check out their names of their coffee. I mean, come on, it's just you could totally geek out on their site. So, but yeah, geekgrindcoffee.com. 20% off with our promo code Iconic. And that's it.
All right. Lakeside Legendz.
Hi, so you're at Lakeside Legendz, in case you didn't know, where we tell fantasy storytelling in a community form. Sure, that's what happens. All
Got
of
that great rasp going on, girl.
I have a cold. My apologies.
It's beautiful. No, it actually like
Wonderful.
works. It kills. I'm like, all right.
It was
That's too bad.
I
can't
passed
do
it
a
to
natural
her.
Raspy.
I passed
Yeah, I
it to
just
her.
traveled through the.
I know, because I had it for a good month. Ugh.
I'm having baby withdrawals because I'm not allowed near my niece, and I live with her, and it's been killing me. But anyway, you're at Lakeside Legendz. All of our VODs from previous campaigns, our art stream that we did for other things, all of that stuff is on our YouTube, which you can find through our website, lakesidelegends.com. And thanks to all of you subscribing and donating, we're able to keep up the website for another year. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much. I cannot afford to keep the website up by myself, so all of your help means a lot. We also have our Discord open for all of you who want to hang out with us and talk about fantasy nerdy stuff. Yeah. All of our social media can be found through the website, so if you want to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, I'm not very good at keeping those up, but I'm going to try to do better. So that's where you will find most of our, at least if we have to cancel or something changes, you will get that information there. So follow us for updates and news.
I just noticed you have a straight up sword in your background. That's awesome.
I know.
I do, you see the hilt of your sword behind her.
What the heck?
I have a couple swords. That's the only one that's the closest to being real, but I have two that if
Mine's
I were
too
getting
high.
robbed, I'm confident I could hurt somebody really bad and probably, I'll just take care of it.
Mine's above my head. You can't see it up there. It's on the top shelf. I got my katana up there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mine's
Yeah.
back in my
Figure out a way to
house.
just
My
put it in my
several
bottle.
are back in my house.
Yeah, that's Icon. He's got like what, probably about
around here.
15
Like,
to
it's
20
really
different
not
swords
worth
and
it.
daggers and
We should do
Yeah,
our-
there's
we
a
should
whole
do-
bunch of
Shields.
daggers up on the wall above me, but you can't. It's like
We should do
off
a thing where
camera.
we show off our swords and
Our stuff.
That
Or
would be
stuff.
fun.
Can we wait until I'm back home so I can go? And here is the weapon rack. Here is the sword that is over in. Here are the two swords that are
Here's
over in my
my
bedroom and
flail.
the axe that hangs over my bed.
In case
Like
you're
I
not
don't. I'm in a
aware,
hotel room. That doesn't work.
we are very much avoiding what is going on in here.
Can you
Yeah,
tell? I'm kind of like,
yeah.
I feel like that's every week.
yeah.
Like,
Why?
oh,
Because
no.
we're always
Oh,
in
no.
great peril.
Well, it's like
No.
always a
Yeah.
cliffhanger, but this is a
No.
cliffhanger where I'm kind of like, I don't want to deal with Pyramid Head Man.
Okay,
So-
well, here's the
No, we're all about to
thing.
die
We're hurt real bad.
again.
We don't have any of our equipment. And now there are...
In truth, actually, other than
Zombies
Cedric
and
and Lorna, you guys are not hurt. You guys are
That's
okay.
true.
That's true. We are not hurt. We just have
You're a
nothing to
little
hurt
stressed.
them.
And
For
we're all
yourself.
stressed.
That's true.
got your
I'm
wits.
stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm stressed.
goodness.
All right.
So let's recap this one, and for a change of pace, I'm not going to do the recap.
I have volunteered myself to do the recap.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you volunteer
Take it away,
yourself,
Bobby.
or what happened really?
It was
a
all
little
me.
bit of a merry-go-round there for a second. I didn't hear.
Uh,
Thanks for stepping up.
Yeah. What's nice about stepping up is you get to nominate the next person. So
Yes!
Doesn't make
Still
any
there
sense
are
to
the
me.
rest of
I don't
us.
understand that concept.
So scene opens. Doctor, not Malice, Malleus. Is that right? Malleus.
That's right.
He's the man
It's
with the
totally
blue coat.
malice. I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally malice.
We're going to be
Dr.
calling him Dr.
Malice.
Malice. So
For
he
the comic
appears
book
on the
character.
train. He appears on the train, and he's a bad dude. He's got a device in his hand, and he says something along the lines of, "You've ruined up my experiment. This just cannot, be allowed to happen." Clicks the button, and the goblin's heads explode. So we know this guy's a bad guy. We start trying to blast him, trying to cut him down. He's a hologram of some kind. Projection. We can't touch him, hurt him. He ends up telling us that survivors can't be allowed because we can't let anyone hear of this. So he clicks another button, and bright white light and flash of pain, and we find ourselves shackled and blindfolded in a 20 by 20 by 20 stone cube. We're in some kind of prison cell, to which Lexi rightly freaks out because she is familiar with this place. It's some kind of prison in Qadan, in or around Qadan. We are able to escape our bonds from Cinder, the name of Dodger's sword. She appears and I guess melts away the chains. She seems a little bit apprehensive about looking at Belmy. I don't know what that's about.
Neither do I.
We keep on showing all these pictures and they can't
I
see it.
have theories.
And we've woken up without any of our equipment. So, and some of us have lost access to our magic as well. So there is some questions as to what's going on there. Cedric in particular is missing some of his wrappings, and he looks really strange. He's got a blurry face and some mottled, gross looking skin on his feet. Anyway, we end up figuring out a way to escape up at the top of this prison, make our way out into the desert. And we see a town out in the distance. Head over there. Turns out it's one of Belmy's old haunts where he grew up, but no one's around, or so we thought. We hear some commotion in the town square, and we see a man in a robe. Or is he a man? We don't know. He's got a pyramid for a head, so we're not sure what he is, but that's where we're at.
And
An
And
inverted
where we
pyramid.
left. and-
which I thought for some reason, or not zombies. Yeah, zombies, right? Somehow I heard horses.
That's right.
Corpses.
That's
I
right.
said corpses, and you
Horses.
heard
That's what it was. I was
horses.
like, how did I get zombie? How did I get that one? Now it makes more sense. Corpses.
Makes
That
more sense.
sense.
And if I remember correctly, just before we ended last week, we all had to roll the equivalent of a wisdom saving throw, and I know I passed it, but I don't remember anyone else who passed it.
I
I
did
don't
it.
remember.
A
Me.
few
It,
people did.
it was Cattell. That's right.
Not
And,
me.
and it's the two of us that are out away from everyone else because we split
Yeah.
up a bit.
Yep.
That's
Well, you
right.
know that's what we do. Split up.
Look,
We always
it's
split
how
up.
it's
I
not-
passed that too.
I didn't.
Yep.
So, like, 3 out of 6.
Half the party. This is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cool,
It's fine.
cool.
It's fine.
Yay! So there's our recap.
All right.
Here's the
So now
recap.
you know where we're at. Let's all get into character.
And we're back. So, really quick, since I didn't have the pictures up before, there is the picture of a Dr. Malleus, or Malice as we are calling him. And then we
Asshole.
have, yep. And then there's our Cinder. Isn't she
That's my
cute?
girl.
She's so cute.
I love her.
Ah,
Good
Wonderful.
and precious. Full of love.
And not going to stab me in the back. No,
No.
No.
not at all.
Unless you
I
fall on the sword.
I don't like her much. I don't know.
You're
me-
biased.
No, she don't
Okay.
like you much.
Yeah, she ain't particularly keen on you either. So, as we left off last week, the figure on top of the platform lowers the massive hood that was on the frame, revealing this inverted pyramid in place of a head that's like slightly floating above where the neck is too. So it's just kind of hovering there and slowly spinning, like very slowly. And then on the pyramid itself, there's all these runes and whatnot carved into it that you can't make out from this distance. But also, that's when the gathered townsfolk all turn as one to face the party, revealing they are all not horses, but corpses.
Are there any horse corpses?
For
No.
saying that 5 times fast.
I'm gonna regret having reminded everyone of that. That's all right.
But we love you.
Yes,
So,
we love
so another t-shirt on the list is horse corpses staring at
Yes. Yes.
Guys.
Horses or
Horse
horse-
corpses. Horse corpses.
Horse corpses. Horse corpses. Horse corpses.
Oh, there's no
Give it
RPGs.
a-
Horse. All right. So they turn and they are, as I said, they turn and face you. There's probably a good 40 to 50 gathered in this. And Belmy, although they are in a desiccated state, you do recognize.
Oh no.
Aww.
Oh,
boy.
no.
That is terrible.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
are they making any moves towards us? They just turned.
They just all turned as one, and that's where we're at right now. So far, they've not done anything.
There's no like family members, just like people I know, right? Like I'm not gonna see my mom there, right?
Oh
Make
god.
perception check.
Oh
Oh,
god.
boy.
Don't put that in the DM's head.
Don't. Oh
Because
god.
then he's going to use it against you.
Well, I gotta know.
I got my notes right here. I know what's going down.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
You
Oh, no.
refuse.
Wait, there's something cool that happens when I roll a 1, which I
Oh yeah.
I don't
You
know how
have
to
the
display
equivalent
this.
of halfling luck.
No, it's bad.
Oh.
Oh no! This is not a good way
Halfling.
to start.
There's no
it's
way for me to
not.
post this, but should I just roll a d4 and see which one of these things? It's Voices from Beyond is the name of
Yep.
the.
Yeah, I'm getting it up there.
Oh dear.
There it is. Okay. It could. Well, there's a chance it might turn out okay.
Yeah.
All right, roll away. All right, you read it and you act out because you can see what it is.
Oh, so first off, did I see?
You
my
refuse
parents?
to. Yeah, you just. That's. Well, we'll like work into the bad rolls. Like you
gotcha.
just refuse to accept. Like you won't. Like you were like, do I look like? No, I don't want to know.
Yeah. So you see Bellamy like kind of tilt his head a bit and then reel back and grab his ears and just like fall to his knees. And he's like shouting incomprehensibly. I can't hear. There are too many. And he's just kind of shouting over and over again.
Cedric
for a while.
Goes ahead and hops into motion and like fireman carries Bellamy as he begins sprinting in the opposite direction of the zombies.
Running then. All right.
So yeah, Cedric just kind of scoops him up, and you're all like taking in what's happening. He just scoops him up and just turns and runs back the way you came. Which is where Cattell and Dodger, you're back that way. You see him scoop. So you saw this happen because you're kind of watching, and he scoops him up and he's running your direction.
Can I look around and see if there's anything that would be useful as a weapon?
Yeah, I mean, there's some logs and stuff that for building fires. There's a ladder that leads up to the top of one of the buildings. Basic stuff like that. Just like, is there a weapon sitting around? No.
How big is the ladder?
10 feet.
And it's not collapsible, I'm assuming.
No, it's like a wooden.
That's asking a bit much from a fantasy game. Just saying.
Steampunk fantasy.
Yeah, they do have them. It's not up difficult, but not here. It's wood.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab the nearest thing that looks useful and just kind of hold my ground.
Okay, like you could get something that's kind of look like a club. Pretty much would be what it would be like.
I'm gonna be doing the same, and then I'm gonna stick the end of the club in my hair and bite my tongue really, really hard. And all right, it's on fire.
Seeing
Yes.
Cedric running, Lorna was already kneeling towards Bellamy as he went down, and then seeing that, Sheriff, okay, and just gonna put her hand on the ground and cast Entangle right where center of all of them. Just try and buy us time.
Okay,
Alrighty.
and I've got a question, because last session I told you in private chat that I was getting up close to investigate because I wanted to investigate. How close did I end up getting?
You're 10 feet from them as they turn.
Okay. So I'm the closest.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are the closest.
Okay.
Do you like the little spell thing? So you got like little notes there.
I like that.
That's
I
nice.
do.
I like that. Look how sharp. So, and then we had the sound like thing, and so what did that do to me? Like, did that incapacitate me at all? So I know I can retreat.
No, it kind of gave you a sense of vertigo.
Okay.
But it was passing.
Okay. So I'm like backing up. Okay.
All right. So as you're backing up, suddenly from the ground, these roots just spring out and in this
It's a
20-foot space.
Square. How can I tell how? I mean, you said how many people are there?
Between 40 and 50.
Okay, so just I'm placing it in the dead center of them.
And they are all packed kind of in there too.
Yeah,
so.
I figured. So I don't know how many of them. If it looks like it can be done, I would try to get the platform as well to try and trap that pyramid head guy. But I would am more focused on stopping the mob at this point, just to slow them down and then taking off after Cedric. To follow it, as long as Lexi's not staying behind. Did Lexi take off? Sorry,
she's backing up as this is so you do your thing. She's backing towards you.
Cautiously.
And as Lexi
Don't want to
passes me
draw
with my hand still
attention
on
to
the
me.
ground, with my hand still on the ground, I'm gonna stand up and then grab her and shove her in front of me and start running.
No.
So
Okay.
basically, the time it took me to cast that was probably Lexi going, nope.
Good.
Back it up. Pyramid head. Nope.
Nope. So, all right. So you hit the ground as she's backing up, and you kind of reach up and kind of like yank her back to kind of help her expedite it as you're pushing the energy into the ground. The roots and such burst from the ground and start wrapping and twining themselves around these corpses' feet. Over by the platform, they start creeping up out of that, like claw up on there. When they get about 3 feet from this entity, you just see them just kind of fizzle into nothingness around them.
The corpses do?
No, the roots.
Around the roots.
They just like turn like to ash.
Yes, they like turn to ash as they approach.
Oh, yikes!
Are there any corpses near the pyramid head?
Oh no, yeah, there's corpses entangled in that mass as well. But because you wanted him in the area of effect, it stops at him.
Okay.
Moving quicker.
But you do
moving
have people
quicker.
caught. You feel you probably got a good at least 15 of them in there, at least. But you're not.
Great.
It's not like you're counting.
Yeah. Nope. And I'm.
Hey, look, there's Belmy's uncle.
Yeah.
That is so wrong.
Well, so I mean, as Cedric is carrying Belmy, he's kind of shouting, "Cedric, I can't hear, but they're my folks. We gotta help them."
Cedric doesn't say anything, but runs a good while more. Then looks over his shoulder to see if anyone's following.
So as you running, you did pass Cattell and Dodger, who seem to have like just pulled up some makeshift clubs, and you see Dodger's got his stuck in his head. Hasn't lit yet. This is why. Yeah. Hasn't lit yet. This is what he's in the process of it as you go running past them.
Okay. Once we're a bit away, I guess he'll put Belmy down and take a look at them. But I mean, if there are corpses that are shambling towards us, also he's going to be aware of that. So, are any of the corpses mobile?
They hadn't started moving yet.
As
at this point,
as Lorna catches up, I can only hold them for about a minute. We need to find a place to hide.
Are you yelling that to him?
What's that?
Are you yelling that to him?
As I catch up to him.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you take in the scene. That's when Lorna and Lexi are catching up. Cattell and Dodger, are you heading in? Are you standing your ground?
I'm looking over at Cattell.
When I see that everybody's kind of moving past us, I'm going to kind of keep to the shadows, buildings, and kind of just slowly back away. I want to see what these guys are how they're going to react. I'm trying to assess what we're up against as I carefully retreat, hoping that they haven't spotted me at this point. So, and I'm just kind of nudging Dodger to make sure that he's not staying.
I'm gonna keep the club above my head, hoping that it's gonna catch fire as soon as I start backing away, and I'm going to try and hold an Eldritch Blast in my hands in case I need to throw it and run.
Okay.
Well, I don't know
like
what
Dodger's like a big lighter. Just come on, hair.
And same thing as Lorna gets to them, she's gonna be holding her hands going to just open, and there's bits of lightning crackling between her fingertips as she's just watching, like waiting for somebody Where are we going?
As
Where are
as
we
Belmy
going?
looks around and sees people with sticks on fire and lightning in his hands, he's like looking around at everyone. These are my people. Stop. They're not gonna hurt us.
How far away are we at this point?
Actually, you're going to, if you move any more, you will have to turn a corner and you will no longer be in sight of the courtyard area.
Okay, then I
Turn the
haven't caught
corner.
up to everybody else. I'm trying to assess exactly what we're up against.
Oh,
I'm
and to
staying
all of
with-
you guys,
with,
as all you're
Capel.
hearing is Belmy is speaking gibberish.
Oh, nice.
Lovely.
He cannot
Lovely.
be understood.
And whatever he's saying, it like almost like the hairs on the back of your neck just kind of stand up. It does not sound, it just
What is he
sounds
speaking?
off. None of you know.
I speak a
But
lot
it
of
ain't Terran.
stuff.
He's not speaking Terran.
What's he speaking?
Awesome.
I've got
If
like,
you knew, I'd tell you.
I've got like 6 or 7.
It ain't one of those 6 or 7.
Damn.
Okay, so what do I see as I am? Like, are they jumping to come after us? Are they just not interested? Or are they just staring?
They haven't moved.
They're
Okay.
they're just watching everybody run for it.
What's Pyramid Head doing?
Yeah, what's Pyramid Head doing?
You see, he begins to float upwards till he's
Okay.
about 3 feet above the heads of the corpses, and the pyramid head starts to begin spinning faster, and the little like whatever things were carved into it are starting to flare up.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
think
run.
it's time to
I'm gonna-
go. I think
Yeah,
it's time to go.
I don't say anything. I grab Dodger and I book it with all my.
He's already gone.
big bad guy.
Oh, you see a
As soon
little
as it
Bobby's little
started
flicker of
spinning,
light.
it's just, you just see about 15 feet in front of you, just Dodger's
Then
hair, just a
what's
lot
going-
brighter. Just no.
Then what's going to happen, because I'm pretty sure Cattell is faster than Dodger,
Oh,
she'll
yeah,
catch
oh, yeah.
up and then grab him and start dragging him after her.
There, and he's not resisting at all. Just getting out
Wow,
of
I didn't know Dodger
him.
had it in him. How he could ever run this fast?
Tell me, I know they're.
Do we catch up to the others? When do we
Yep.
catch up?
At
I
whatever
was-
my speed is, because you will outpace me, guaranteed.
Well, I actually have to catch up with you, don't I? Because I was the closest
Well,
to
no,
him.
because everybody. I
You
waited
stayed
for
behind?
all-
Okay,
We
yeah,
okay.
waited. We
Everybody.
waited.
I
Okay.
waited for everybody to pass, make sure everybody was safe.
I'm like, see you later. I'm gone.
All right.
Don't want to fight this guy.
So is everybody in motion, moving?
Well, did they
There you
stop?
go.
Yeah, it's like because I
Pause.
know
Okay.
that there was so
If
they
they have
paused.
paused, and when we catch up, I'm going to push people.
Oh,
Run,
no.
run.
I'm
No,
not
no,
stopping.
time to go.
I'm not
Time to
stopping.
go.
I'm going.
Yeah, you see Belmy shaking his head. Quam si nemat falopat nik quagat. He's, you have no idea, but he's actually getting up and walking towards, the people.
Bad,
If
bad
No!
idea, buddy.
Drag him.
Nope.
He probably won't put up much of a fight though. He looks very confused.
Yeah, I'm getting everybody to book it as far away as I can get them to go, because I don't know what's going on with the pyramid head. I don't know what the range is on whatever he's about to do. I'm just trying to get everybody to go as far and as fast as they can.
Don't want to be there when it happens. It bugs me that he's hovering and that he could catch up with us. No, let's go.
How far away is he from us?
Pretty far at this point. It's probably like I said, you're about as if you go any further, you'll have to make a turn, and you will have you won't have sight anymore.
Okay, and
That's fine.
Then I'm
Let's just go.
following with the group and helping to drag Belmy, I guess, at this point.
And I'll keep going until I think that, or I don't feel anything following us, using kind of my sixth sense, if you will.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Cattell,
Uh-huh.
roll a d20.
Okay. Oh, where's my 20? It's this one, right? Yeah, okay. Oh,
Okay.
natural 20. Please,
All right.
please and thank you.
That's
So you
bad.
are-
No, just-
Yeah, it's reversed day.
It's reversed day.
It's opposite day.
Today.
So you managed to navigate like right back to where the gates are that you came in through, and you see them up ahead, still open. Desert beyond them.
So we are
Yeah.
heading
I'm
out.
just, until I feel like we're safe, I'm just gonna push everybody to keep going. Because like I said,
Okay.
I don't know what the range is on whatever this thing is about to do, or if he's gonna fly after us or what.
As we're running, I'm just gonna call. As a reminder, we're stuck in the middle of the desert.
Better the desert than whatever that thing is about to do.
All right, and
Let's just see if he's following us.
I'm looking behind. Like it's been like.
I haven't
dragging
seen
me
anything
behind.
yet,
Okay.
but and then so you're kind of running, looking back over your shoulders and such, and don't see any pursuit. And then you turn your head back, and you swear you should be closer to that gate by now.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Did
If
we
I
just get
realize
Monty
that-
Pythons?
I'm going
Is that
to
what I'm getting? Is
slow-
we just got Monty Pythons?
Yeah, you could call that kind of effect. Yeah.
We definitely did. Yep.
If
Uh,
I sense that, I'm going to slow to a stop and try to just scan and get stock of our current surroundings.
I'm gonna grab Belmy, who I already. Where's the well? Where's the water?
Het zit bij iets om
Just
de aantal
point in
meters.
the right direction.
And Belmy points. He's looking at you kind of like wide-eyed, freaked out.
Wait, can Belmy understand us?
Can I? I can hear you guys
That's a good
now.
question.
No?
Oh,
Oh.
you hear nothing.
Oh.
You gotta
So
repeat
he's-
that again.
Where are we
says-
going? Wasn't he taking us towards the well?
Was earlier.
Yes, the well was actually in the courtyard.
Right.
Where
Where
all
they
the
were all
people are
gathered.
at. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay, I didn't think. I thought we were heading towards the well, but then we got distracted by the sound. That's what I understood.
Oh, no. So you rolled a 2,
Yeah. I
and
figured.
so the keyword is word number 3 there.
Yeah, but then I was looking at the duration at the end and figured.
Oh, it hasn't been that long yet.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That. Yes, it will. Yeah. But no, still.
Speaking
Still
of which, how long has it been? Because my spell only
30
lasts
seconds.
A minute.
Okay, so they're
Okay.
still entangled.
Some of them, Mom.
Okay, so hide, find a cellar somewhere.
I have a
Is that what I'm
feeling
hearing?
that it doesn't matter where we go,
He's-
whatever that thing is going to know where we are.
Run into one of the buildings, the closest one to us, and I'm just gonna look around for any kind of weapons I see. I know they have
Okay.
wood, whatever, but I want to see if there's
Yeah.
knives, if there's a bow. I mean, hey, this is a traveling nomadic group. They're going to have some kind of weaponry to protect themselves.
So you get to a building. There's a door there. It's closed.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it's not given.
Is there any windows?
Yes.
Yeah.
I go through the window.
You don't have
Never
any of my
mind.
lock picks.
That's right. Never
We
mind.
have nothing.
Don't have
Oh my God.
time. Let me pick this
So
up,
yeah,
guys.
she's like, give me 10 minutes. I'll get
Yeah,
this.
I kick it. I kick it. That's my.
All right, so you scurry. So the windows themselves are actually open. There's no glass or anything like that. They're just so you just dive right in. When you get to the other side, it's completely barren. It's just a cube spaced room with nothing in it.
Nothing. No
Nothing.
pre-laid firewood. Nothing.
Dream
Nothing.
world. Totally in a dream world.
I want to. Okay.
Sorry.
In this, just for this moment, I'm gonna yell in my mind, Win, and Win's name in our language that we share.
Mm-hmm. No response.
I'm gonna stick my head out. Cattell, try your thing. Try it now.
Do I sense it?
Oh yeah, you totally sense it.
Do I sense that I can grab anything out of it?
No, it's still just right
just-
there.
Shake my head at her.
Burn.
Can I use my lightning?
On what?
The wall right in front of me. I'm just gonna aim at it and I'm gonna
She's just
shoot.
testing
I'm
her
testing
magic.
my magic.
All right, so
You saw me
she
use mine. I can use it.
she blasts. All right, so lightning just cracks out. Hits the wall.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we in a reality marble?
I just wanted to make sure.
No,
But there's nothing here.
maybe.
Like it's
Or a
barren.
happy fun box.
If we were, then we should be able to. Or where are we before? We can barricade ourselves in here, but I don't know what difference it's going to make.
I don't think it's going to make a difference so long as that thing is walking.
So we throw everything we have at it?
Did you see what it did to your vines?
Well, I'd rather to go down fighting than not.
What
Yeah,
if we
fun
have to talk to this thing before to even figure out why we're
How
here?
can it talk? It doesn't have a mouth.
We
Giz.
don't know. It could.
And I'm guessing at this point.
It
in
did
this
something
conversation,
to
my spell
us.
just- The vines are gone. I'm not holding them back anymore. I can only do it once more, and then I can't help anyone.
Tell me you can hear.
Can I speak to?
Yeah.
Folks, I've been saying we gotta go help those guys. They're my people.
And we're not saying that we're not going to. We just need to get a grasp of the situation. Do you know what that thing is?
No, but those corpses are my friends.
Those corpses. How do you expect us to help the dead?
I don't know. Look at Cedric. I mean, what? Sorry,
wanna go on
listen. I'm
his.
freaked out. These
I mean,
To be
I would have
fair, I
expected
think
that.
Cedric looks
to
around
think about
and-
me, but not you. Whoa!
I think we're all a little taken aback, to be fair.
And a bit stressed.
I'm gonna
I feel
hop out
that's
the
valid.
window and I'm going to the next building. I'm
Yeah.
hoping there's one nearby where I can still hear them.
Bellamy,
I'm just gonna
did
stick my
your,
head in.
did your people ever keep things here, or was everything on their person when they traveled?
Oh, sure. There should be some supplies and things scattered around, but I mean, this don't look right. I'd be surprised if we could find anything. Whatever that thing is, he seems to have manipulated this area. I'd be surprised if we found anything of use to us. I mean, we can check some of the storerooms, I guess, if you follow me.
Cedric.
Did that thing leave an impression on me?
Pyramid Head?
Pyramid Head?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, other than the impression you probably gained just from my description, but no other impressions.
I was curious if I could do aberration lore from my skill focus.
It's enough of focus that doesn't, at least not in any textbooks you've ever read. You're like, this doesn't have the right. There's a vibe and a sensation off of it, and you're not getting any of that.
What about me?
Wrong vibes.
For like Fey-like, no.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Which one?
The other side.
Oh,
mean,
no.
Corpses. Dead. No?
Nothing direct. Nothing striking a nerve with you.
Okay.
And it doesn't look familiar, like related to one of the two sort of big characters that were in my backstory. Sort of. No, okay, that's fine.
We could always head back towards the prison that they had us in. Lay in wait.
The prison,
Walking
was
back.
that before or after the gate when we went through?
It was after.
That was after, and
Yeah, I
and
just realized it
we
when I said it.
just
I don't
yeah.
think we can get past the gates. Whatever space we walked into, it's not letting us out.
Bellamy, lead the way. I'll see if I can sneak ahead and see if they're following.
Right. I guess follow me.
I'm gonna keep an eye on them and at least try and skirt so that I can see the group back before if I can't, I'm following my group. But it's one of those things like trying to edge a little bit so I can see if they're even following us.
It's probably been like 10 or 12 years since Belmy's been here, but he'll try to navigate through these buildings to some kind of storeroom or communal building that might have, some kind of supplies, and see if he can
So
even get there.
you know that certain clusters of buildings and such tend to they'll share like a backyard area type there, or they'll have storerooms and such built into those spaces, and so you seek that out. Dodger.
I'd like to, as we're making our way through this town following Belmy, I'd like to keep an eye out in case we're being followed, or if there's anyone around other than us as we make our way through.
Okay. You and Lorna, who's also kind of keeping things, don't notice anything, nor do you see any signs of this particular figure when Belmy leads you into these buildings. And you see that there is a looks like these large wooden kind of shuttered doors on the ground. There's a well, a small well, in this kind of backyard area of the surrounding buildings.
Water in? Like if we threw water out of the well, like a water skin or anything like that?
I didn't hear. Catch
Yeah, I couldn't catch you here either.
Can you hear me now?
You're just
Yeah,
a little
I
bit.
heard
You're just a
everything.
little
I
bit
just wasn't
quieter.
My thing isn't triggering. Oh, now it is. That's weird. Okay, I'll check my settings on my microphone in a minute. Is there anything around that we can just glance around, like a water skin, anything that would hold water if we were able to get out, that we could take water with us?
Roll percentiles will give possibility.
I mean, worst comes to worst, whatever bucket that you retrieve the water in, I will burn the rope and we'll steal the bucket.
Running with a bucket of water is an option. I roll 2.
As the worst
Slash,
case
slash,
scenario, okay?
Do you how I forget how to do
If you look on the bottom right corner, there's the 2 10-siders. One of the buttons have 2 10-siders.
Yeah,
That's what you want. Click that one and roll that.
just once.
Who knows? We might have
Yeah,
a
just
haze
once.
moment with
You-
Dodger of, is my hair out?
Oh, lucky. As soon as I saw the 21 come up, I was like, okay, you made it.
Hey!
So there is no bucket, there's no rope, there's nothing like that, but you do find a bowl. a clay kind of, I mean, it's a deep bowl, but yeah,
Okay.
laying on the ground.
I hold it up to Belmy to see.
Right. It's a bowl.
Yes, and it's the first thing we found here, besides, well,
Nothing.
corpses and splintered wood pieces.
And pyramid face.
That too. Is there something to do with the? Can we draw water out with it?
No, we need the bucket and the rope there on the pulley. You got any rope? I don't think any of us have got anything.
And she literally, Lorna looks down at herself, which most of her top is mostly missing at this point. Like it's showing, and she has bruises everywhere. Her whole torso is bruised, completely like black and blue. So it's just like
It's almost like Cedric's skin.
pretty
Modeled and beaten up.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's not lovely. And I'll just set down the bowl and then go back to helping Dodger watch for anybody coming at this point.
So as you are standing in this little kind of backyard area, going over like the bowl and the well and such like that, a shadow kind of creeps over the area that you're in.
Does it have a pyramid shaped top to it?
When you look back, it's I would say probably the size of like maybe a 10-story building up inverted pyramid that's blocking out the sun rising up.
Okay.
I don't
Hang
think
on.
that's good.
Choice.
There's some science here that's important.
Thank God it's not history. Woo.
That has to do with shadow displacement and transposition.
All right, physics man.
We're in a
Dazzle
world
us.
that
It-
won't let
Because
us
you're
out
saying
of the
it,
village,
it's
and you're
it's
gonna.
could be regular sized pyramid head. The sun is just on the horizon.
Yeah. Well, no. The important thing is the shadow should not change in size unless the thing is extremely close to a light source, which could mean that we're in an artificial container where the light source is fixed and close, as opposed to far away.
Have you
Depending on
considered magic as well, as opposed to
No,
physics?
no. Don't talk to
Chickle
Don't talk to me about
world.
magic.
Get out of here with your magic.
Burn the
Uh,
witch.
I'm gonna look at Dodger. You have anything with fire you can do from a distance? I'm gonna. Is there any
Not
rocks on
really,
the ground?
no. I mean, I can
Yeah.
shoot.
I'm gonna grab a rock. I'm gonna rip off one of my sleeves, like literally. It's gonna make
She's
me
gonna go all
better.
David
She's gonna
Goliath
be
here.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's my attempt. I'm gonna tear part of it off, and I'm gonna be wrapping it around the rock, and I'm gonna hold it over to Dodger. Better than nothing.
Poke me in the eye.
No.
Fine. And he just shoves his finger in his eye and then sticks his head next to it, and the flames go.
Did you realize you were already terrified? It was pretty high as it was.
Now, like, half the room's on fire.
Yeah.
Don't test my emotions.
Lexi, can you still shock things? And same.
Did you really poke yourself in the eye?
I went to go to do it. He told me, and I was getting ready to do it, and he said, I poked myself.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, poked himself in the eye. Not very hard, but just enough to irritate him just a bit more.
Just enough to get
You already
disadvantage on
finished
attack rolls.
Oh my god, really?
One eye.
Oh, dude.
Flips table.
And I'm readying shocking grasp if I need to.
And
Where are
I've
you
got
running to?
Eldritch Blast in the hand.
I know, I'm like,
Flaming rock with cloth around it.
Now, where you see this 10-story tall inverted pyramid is several buildings like blocks away.
Within 120 feet, though?
but it's just a shadow. We're not seeing a figure yet.
No,
Oh,
you
it's
see it
ready
rising
now.
above the buildings.
Okay, so we do actually something physical, not just
Yeah.
shadow. Okay.
You may have to move a little closer, but 120 feet, yeah, you
No,
can. I mean,
stay
you don't have to
under
move too far.
Stand under the cover.
Yeah, I'm standing right here with the Eldritch Blast in my hand and just waiting.
Should we go down the well? I don't know, maybe scale down and find solace underground.
That's where all those dead things were. We- We're not.
They were next to the well in the center of town. They weren't in the well.
They were. Do you want to go over by all those corpses right now and see if we have to deal with them?
No, there's a well where you're at.
Oh God! I thought you said the well was in the middle of town in the courtyard.
It's the
Different
main
well.
well.
That's
And
the
this is like
big
a
one.
little-
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! I'm still like going. Why are we going out to corpses? No, we don't need water right now.
They could be horses.
Well,
There's a
okay,
possibility
I'm
of-
back with you. Okay. Oh, I totally missed that. Sorry.
I'm just wondering. I don't know. I don't know much about what's at the bottom of a well besides water. I mean, maybe there's safety.
There might be tunnels to an aqueduct of some kind.
Well, or there's water down there. Is there no water? Do we even see if there's any water down there?
It's deep. You can't see any.
Is there
Toss
no
a
rope?
pebble
There's
in the well,
yeah.
somebody.
See,
There's
As
no
this
well.
is all going on,
I'm
Patel
gonna
is
pat-
just keeping an eye out for anything. She's not paying attention to what they're doing. She's focused on every alley, every corner, up above, anything that somebody
Outside of the
can pop out.
looming pyramid, nothing else has.
okay, but we dropped
Made an
something
appearance.
down the well. Did we hear a ploop? Echo
I mean,
up?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you can take my flaming club and drop it down the well because it will be a light source, and when the light source disappears or you hear something there, yeah.
At the
You can
pebble.
pick like a rock, you throw it down there, you hear plooch.
Okay,
little
so there's
splash.
water at the bottom. Okay. It's not
No
empty and there's no rope.
If we go down, we have no idea if we can get back up.
How big is, like, if we, like, went in, is it, like, something where we could go down with, like, our hands and feet on each side, or is it a really big opening?
I mean, outside of the fact of you have to pull that off, but yes, it is.
Right, okay, so if we're...
We're just gonna Episode groove this. This is
if
fine.
we're desperate, okay. That means that we'd be, like, right on top of each other, basically, and just drowning the person below us as we go down, because it's not that big. So there we go. We don't want to do that.
Unless there's pathways.
It's water down there. Do you want to drown trying to find a pathway?
I will go.
Either we
Wait!
fight here.
First, let's just figure out what's going on before we go down a hole and get trapped where they could, like, totally blow up the top of the hole and collapse it. We don't know yet.
I'm gonna start, as everybody's having this, and since Dodger has one area, Cattell clearly has the other, I'm gonna start searching because I can't do anything unless it gets super close. I'm gonna start searching for anything, rope, anything that helps us.
Exactly. Me too.
Weapons, everything.
Cedric, roll a d20.
What it means?
Yeah. All right, so you're searching around. There's rocks and such on the ground and such around there. There's the wood from the shuttered cellar doors. There's the probably come up maybe a ladder nearby, like your tail found, but there's no rope.
Ladder. How big is it?
10 feet.
Go up and peek.
Okay.
I just want to go up and peek. Like, can we peek the direction?
I'm gonna pull the ladder over. Someone help me. And I'm gonna brace myself with the ladder basically underneath my arm, or my arm under it, the last rung. I'm gonna hold it over. Maybe it'll give you something, Cedric, if you can jump high enough.
Wait, what are we doing?
Figuring out a way out of here.
Cedric peers down the hole.
Dodger,
his
your torch.
dark vision.
Yeah. It's you see there is water down there, but it is beneath. There looks to be a space down there. The water does not come up to where the circle of the well is. It seems to be deep, lower than that.
I will descend.
He says, climbing into the mouth of the well, and
Love to hold the ladder.
Are you going to use the ladder or are you going to use the walls?
how long is the ladder?
10
It's
feet.
only 10 feet, but it could give you an extra pull if you need it. It's more there for help.
How deep is the hole?
Deep.
It's deep.
Is
Like more than 10 feet?
yes. So yeah, the ladder's not going to. It'll
I
get
know.
started.
It's more
My
coming
weight.
back up.
He says to Lorna,
My weight. Can you bear it?
Belmy, can you
Yeah,
help?
with some help, I'm sure we can.
Brace the whole brace so that it's there so that he can at least, it's more for him coming back up if he needs the extra help.
yeah, he's mostly just gonna slide down while keeping one hand occasionally on one of the rungs. Basically, most of his energy is spent compressing.
Cattell is just watching this over her shoulder with her nails digging into her palm.
I'm keeping my eye on the shadow, waiting for it to get close enough.
I keep looking around, hoping that something pops out that we can use.
Cedric keeps going all the way to the
All
bottom.
right, you get to the bottom of the. You're on the last rung
Okay.
with a bit of a drop underneath you.
He keeps.
What's a
He'll
bit?
release the ladder and then.
Give me. All right, now it's an athletics check.
Hey, we saved you maybe from one.
One roll.
Yeah, it's a D6 right there. You saved it.
Hey!
That was easy.
And very nice. All right,
Don't
yeah, you
taunt.
navigate down.
Don't
So he's-
taunt.
That's what my dice roll
that was
says.
him, not me. That's its own sound effect.
I'm saying
So-
him saying that was
Oh, yeah.
easy.
That was easy. So you scurry down, and then you get to where you have to drop. But as you look at it, it's probably 8 feet
Okay.
in
Yeah.
water.
Bloop.
All right, so you swoosh, you hit. Water's about 3 feet deep. And as you look, you see it's a tunnel that extends in 2 directions.
Yay!
He looks
I
up.
still don't want to be
and
collapsed down here.
He looks up and says,
Drop the ladder.
and he steps out of the way a little bit.
Drop it.
Yes.
I look at Belmy and then kind of hold it out.
I mean, let's go on his end.
I'll lower it as far as I can and then drop it down to him.
Yeah, he's gonna try to not catch it, but just slow it down a little bit as it's falling, so it doesn't splinter completely.
All right, give it roll a dex.
Cedric, how deep is it? I can't swim too good.
It's okay.
Where's Dex again?
Hell, can't fly, can't swim, can't ride trains.
Doesn't want to be on an airship.
Oh,
Transportation for Belmy is a real issue.
It
He's only
really
2
is.
feet. That's what he's got.
Man,
Man,
look at
look at
you.
you!
Oh!
What are you channeling? Dang.
I don't know, but I want some of it.
I know.
That's
How's
How about we
everyone
share
doing
with the
tonight?
class, bud?
Just
That's
getting
just got
warmed
you,
up.
How about you share that luck with the class, bud?
Yeah,
Seriously.
really? Holy cow. All right, so it comes down and you're like, and catch it before it even hits the water.
one hand.
Yes. You weren't even looking. You're still looking down the tunnel. You just sense those there. You reach back and grab it.
Descend.
You realize that might have been easier with the ladder for some people.
There is a 8-foot drop. You will descend with the ladder.
Fair enough. Come on, let's go. And I turn around and motion for Lexi.
Why am I always the one that has to be like first? You guys worry about me.
You've been known to drop cannonballs where it's like, let's just get this out of the way.
Fine. I'm not happy
Oh,
with this
God,
at
I was on the
all.
target, so
I will be honest, in
Yeah.
my mind, Lorna did the whole look around and it was I will say
She's
she
trouble.
started pushing Belmy towards the hole, but he's been so nervous, like maybe somebody else has to go first.
I'm not happy with going down this well at all.
Cedric,
Going back
Cedric sets
underground.
up the
And
the
I'm
ladder.
gonna hang.
by the
I'm
way.
gonna hold my arms over the edge and look if Belmy's still there, or if he hasn't gotten. Basically, letting people use my arms as an extra distance,
So they
to
can
to
get
the
kind
ladder.
of get set up.
So,
quickly, yeah.
what are we rolling to go
Athletics.
down? And where? There's athletics. Got
Cedric's at
it.
the bottom and a ladder.
Cedric's looking up.
I'm supposed to catch the ladder? Is I
Well, that'll help you
No.
climb because once you're gonna get to the bottom,
You're gonna-
there's
got
no
you,
more.
got you.
And
Okay.
Like one of
foot
those-
and one arm on either side.
Or I'm
then
just
catch
gonna lose my footing and like just totally crumble down. We'll see.
That's fair.
I'm gonna roll like Cedric. Roll like Cedric.
Sounds good.
Got
Cedric's-
this, got
Cedric
this.
set the ladder
Believe
and
in
then
me, got
is,
this.
is leaning against it, holding it, looking up.
Hey,
Not
at-
rolling
not
like
bad.
Cedric. Not
That's
rolling
not
like
bad.
Cedric.
You did
This is
good.
over 10.
All right.
Okay.
Over
So
10.
Lexi's shimmying down into the
Okay.
darkness.
How many times do I have to roll?
Belmy.
Only
you
once.
next.
My home, my problem. I'll go last.
I think
I'm firm on this. I am firm on this. I'm going last.
all right. Patel,
She's
Dodger.
she's not moving. She's just staring at the
someone
well.
move.
How far's the shadow?
Dodger, go. And I'm
It's
gonna,
getting larger. It's probably it's not so much moving closer as getting larger and taking
gonna-
more and more up of the sky.
I'm gonna cross.
All right,
over
bugger
to-
it. And I throw an Eldritch Blast and cannonball into the
Fair
thing.
enough.
You feel like a hit and run.
Love it.
Yeah, pretty much.
This one's for you. Kaboom!
Yeah.
Okay. So are you climbing down or are you just like falling down?
I'm doing the thing that I used to do in the sewers when I'd be running away from the guard of just like open grate and jump in and then bring my arms out to catch myself and
Gotcha.
slide down.
All right, give me
Pretty old
an
hat for me.
athletics check.
Athletics, that's abilities plus 2. Do I have any bonuses for that? No. All right. We'll see how this goes. That was bloody terrible. So that's a 7, but I'm going to use Artful Trickster to Yep. Nope. You said athletics, not acrobatics. I can't use Artful Trickster for that. Never mind. That's 7.
Oh no! You want to use an edge?
Yeah, I'll use an edge, which would bring me back to 4 since I couldn't increase that at top of game. So yeah, I'll use an edge.
Yep.
That was even worse.
What'd you roll?
A total of 6 instead of 7. I rolled a 5
Okay.
and then a 4.
To be fair,
So
I was
you-
really hoping you could use acrobatics the way you were describing it.
Yeah,
was
I
really
know.
hoping for ya.
I was
Can-
considering, but
can
then
I-
at some point you do shift into climb mode. I mean, it's like the jiving in. I just
Like,
skipped
he
over
could
that.
have had
Your acrobatics, I know,
advantage.
It's a
you
little
just
bit
did
of.
that. But then when you go to catch yourself, you just didn't quite catch it.
All right, that's fine.
All right,
fine.
Cedric's gonna catch him.
Ooh. All right.
You can certainly try.
Yep. Okay, roll dex.
Go, Cedric. Another nat 20.
Come
He
on,
pulled
buddy.
out another nat 20. I'm
Hey,
giving.
you guys, I can say
Dodger
that. You
his
guys
feedback.
can't say that. Oh, I can feel it. It's all cursed now. It's gonna
I don't know. The only time I've rolled him is when Steve says, "Hey, just rolled a nat 20."
What did I say? What did I? I'm edging that. I'm edging that. No one say anything.
Okay, shh.
Just
20
don't make eye
time,
contact
20
with
time,
everybody.
20
Slip
time,
away,
20
slip away.
time.
Everybody slip away.
I'm gonna try to wait that one out. The one that
Shake it off.
Connor freaking said. Just give me a sec. All right, there it is. Easy.
That was a journey. That was a journey to watch.
Yes. Okay, Cedric, you take a point of damage.
Ooh,
Dodger,
not
you
great.
take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
As his weight just goosh, caught, but you catch him and save him. Yours was more you hit your head on kind of as you're skimming down and you try to catch yourself. and just,
down the ladder.
ow, ooh, and then, yeah, the ladder. Look on his chin. Yes,
Seeing
Lorna.
Sorry.
Tel's look on her face and knowing how she's reacted at other times, Lorna's going to cross over to her. Bellamy, this might take a moment. And then, Catal, I know you don't want to go in there, but you have to.
Cal looks up over at the pyramid thing. How much bigger has it gotten?
It's taking up that entire side of the sky.
If nothing else, we've got a fighting chance. Maybe we'll find something or a way out. I can light it up. I can do that as many times as you like.
Lorna, roll a d20.
Edge it! Edge it, Lorna! Edge it!
Oh my god, I
This is not edgeable.
Because I don't know what it is.
You hear a loud booming noise, and you see where the inverted pyramid is, like stone and rubble and stuff from that side of the village just suddenly gets thrown up into the air in this churning wave of debris and death.
I'm going to catch her around the waist and book it towards the well.
I'm reaching for Bellamy as we go.
I'm right behind you.
Hurt, guys.
I'm gonna kind of swing Lorna over the lip, and I'm gonna hold out my hand to Bellamy. Let's go. We'll come back for them later.
Bellamy looks around, kind of touches the top of the well, and he's gonna grab the bowl, smash it on the ground, and grab a piece, put it in his pocket, and hop down the well.
The minute Cattell has Lorna over the edge, she's gonna start to do the
Okay, roll
shifting
away. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
as best she can.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Athletics, right?
Shimmy,
Yep.
shimmy, shimmy, shimmy,
You're good.
shimmy, shimmy,
All right, so you're.
shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
So my teleportation worked in that cell. Do I feel like it would work here? Like that wasn't hindered? It's
It worked in the cell.
Okay. As I'm on that lip, I'm just gonna try and freebie it down.
And are you doing it for the longer one or the 15-foot one?
It's only like 13, 14 feet down, isn't it?
No. It was a long drop, and it's 8 feet from where.
Where the opening
Gap.
goes
Yeah,
out
where the
is
opening
8
is.
foot.
Yeah.
That's where the
About
ladder is
18
now.
feet. The
What I'm
ladder is
going-
10 feet. It was 8 feet past that, about 18 to 20 feet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down. I'm going to free fall until I am close enough that I can use a freebie. If not, I'm going to try and catch the ladder.
Okay. We will roll d20. Leave it up to fate.
This is a lot of D20s tonight.
I
know.
know.
Yeah, you're good. Okay,
Yay.
you time it out perfectly. So you're
Heck yeah!
it's like because you're trying, you have to time like to go badoosh, and you hit it just spot on, and you're like doosh, and you're there. You probably dropped maybe a foot into the water. You weren't quite on the ground because you didn't know because it's just water you couldn't see. So
Right.
where you appear though, you're like just about a foot, and
And she just stands there solid.
The minute Lorna is down there, light cantrip is triggered, and she's focused on that, keeping that going, because that's
Okay.
free for her for cantrip. So
Belmy, you grab the piece of pottery, and is that you?
Oh,
that's light.
I wish.
I wish that had been my save earlier.
Right.
Seriously.
Jeez.
Agility
Um,
save attack.
So
That's if you want it because you can attach light to somebody.
yeah.
That's what I would have. That roll would be against
And
whoever she's throwing
the
it at.
the light is on her hand right now because I have nothing. I don't think we have anything else to cast it on.
No. So, you spent edge. Okay. I was about to say, it's like you're falling. No, you're not because you spent edge. Okay.
Oh
Yeah!
there's
I
a
saw the
trigger.
skull. I had seen
That's
the
how
head.
you.
Neither had I. I was like, going,
I
what is
hadn't
that?
seen this
What
dice.
is
I was
that?
like, is
What's
that a
the
1?
skull
Is that a
mean?
20? Is that a 1?
Yeah. I was like, what is going on here? Hold on a second here. Where are you? Okay. All right, so you managed to get down. Everybody is down in this water. And the tunnel goes in two directions. In this space here, it's a little bit narrow. It widens out a bit, about 20 feet in both directions. You see it widens out a little bit, and there's actually there's a lip beside the water, like a raised lip that goes like walkways on the right and left.
Is there any light?
I have
Just
light.
Lorna's
It's a 10
Don't
foot.
forget my head.
and Dodger's head.
Well, he's my
Well, see,
personal
it's
torch.
It's a 20-foot radius from Lorna, coupled with whatever we get from Dodger as Dodger moves towards a direction. So I can transfer it to anyone else. It lasts for an hour, and then I'll have to redo it. But it doesn't cost me anything.
I think we have enough light.
I'll hold, like right now it's literally her hand. So she's basically doing the whole flashlight from the palm of her hand.
She's writing her name.
Wow.
Lorna.
She's very much, the minute Cattell landed, her hand touched Cattell's arm, and then she's back to just making sure it's let go unless she wants her still there. It's more of the offer. And then the lit up hand is up to shine light around.
And Cattell visibly relaxed when she sees how spacious the area is.
Is the water flowing in one direction or the other?
No, it's stagnant.
Does it look good enough to drink?
Oh, we never even asked that. No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you got thirsty enough, it's probably I mean, it's not.
Well, we can boil it on Dodger's head. It's okay. We got it.
Hey,
There you
that's an idea.
Dodger's already drank like 3 gulpfuls.
You see Dodger walk around with a pot on his head.
We all agree you have a just iron trap.
Yes,
set,
you're
so,
okay.
Did you really
So
drink
there's-
the water?
Oh no.
He would have.
Okay. On your oh, I guess you can't get your sheet. I'll take care of it for you.
Well,
You would recovered some thirst. That's all.
okay. I don't know how to do that on my character sheet. That's
That's a
the
thing?
most I can do is look at my character sheet.
It's in survival. Under thirst. Under assets.
Survival. Where is this? Under assets.
Under assets.
Survival. It's a very, very top. You just have to click the little plus. Oh, that's, yeah. Plus button. Where's the first?
Yeah, it doesn't want to load for me, so please and thank you.
Yeah, I got you covered.
Oh, so you have to like check and uncheck things? Like if it's checked, that means you're not thirsty, or?
Checked means that is getting worse. You want to move up on those charts.
Oh, so right now I'm checked to parch, so I'm parched. Gotcha. Okay.
We're all parched.
Okay.
Except for
Got it.
Desert will do that to you.
Dodger lives by Fallout rules. I don't care.
He's irradiated. That's
You
why
said
his
this
hair's
was
on
in
fire.
Assets under survival.
That's fine. I got some
the
rads. It's all right.
plus and-
Yeah. And you have to expand it because
Yeah, you have to
Nice.
expand it, yeah. And then you have
That's
hunger,
awesome.
thirst, fatigue, temperature.
Mine's not popping out.
Yeah, it's to give just click and
it
wait
took
for
a
it.
moment for me.
It takes a
Is
minute.
it supposed to be on a plus or minus?
If it's on
Uh,
minus, it expands.
Yeah.
So have it as a minus mark, and that means it'll expand.
You're
and then you
probably
just gotta
parched
wait.
like the rest of us.
Yeah, you are.
Probably.
Everybody's parched
Except for Dodgy.
Except for Dodgy.
except for Dodger.
Alright. And there's 2 paths that lead opposite directions. Is that what
Yes.
you said?
Okay, we gotta Gandalf this.
Well, is it totally flat? Is there any sort of incline? I guess you said the water's not moving, so
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I sense a breeze.
No.
Do I sense a smell?
Yes.
Which
it's-
smells
it's
better?
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It smells like mildew and
And
Other
stagnant
things.
water.
yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna touch one of the paths with the non-lit up hand. Is there any dampness? I know it wasn't water flowing, but dampness at all.
On
Because
what were you
one side-
touching?
Each tunnel is one drier / damper than the other one.
No, they're literally almost identical as you check them both out. They just look to be extending off.
So does it look
Dodger,
like
roll d20.
We gotta move, guys.
Okay.
the walls and stuff? Does it look like they've
That would
had
be a 12.
have a moisture, like they've had moisture anytime recently? Or are they like just like super dry at the walls? Like water hasn't been high in a long while, like long while.
Question. DM.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on that knowledge, what direction am I just going? Because he would just start to go.
Okay.
Wait.
Say A.
What direction? A, is
Left.
that left or left? All right, I'm starting to head left. This way.
Wait, how do you know this way?
Yeah.
It seems pretty familiar.
Why?
He's probably
Uh,
spent more time in sewers than any of us, so I trust his judgment, to be honest.
Fair,
On
but this is
the
not sewer.
nosy.
I am following Dodgy.
I take up the rear.
I'm placing myself towards the end because Dodger's head is lit up, so big light across the whole group.
I mean, I've only got bright light for about 10 feet and then dim light for another
That's
10
enough.
feet.
That's
for you to
enough.
see, I
We're
hope.
good. We're good.
Fair enough.
because I'm staying back with Cattell, I know.
Uh,
I'm trying
and
to
I take
provide
it. I
something.
take it, DM, that that the direction that I'm going is a place of familiarity and safety, meaning towards shades?
Yeah.
Cool.
I know we're all like, what?
What's that
All right.
mean?
I know. What does that mean? Okay.
Things and stuff.
Stuff.
All right.
Well,
So
lead the way.
as it continues on for a ways, it does do like a quite bend. The elevation doesn't ever seem to shift. The water seems to remain stagnant. Sometimes you see things floating in it.
Do I even want to know?
They're not moving. But Dodger continues on with confidence
If
through
he's
these tunnels.
confident, we need confidence right now. Lead the way.
Lexi, roll a d20. So you hear a loud clang, like two large pieces of metal banging together.
All of us?
Yes, all of you, and it
Okay.
echoes
Okay.
through down the tunnel. And then each of you, at different times, but roughly within seconds of each other, start to hear a rushing noise.
That's not good, is it?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Someone,
Let's go.
someone
Let's go.
open the
Let's go.
floodgate. Let's go.
Gonna run after Dodger.
We're going.
Did the sound count like it was coming from behind us or in front of us?
Behind you,
Let's go.
Like,
the way you had come.
So,
like a dam was opened or something. I was like,
so do we need to like look at ceiling to see if there's a way to get up and out too as we go?
You had passed some, but Dodger is heading. He's heading
with purpose.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a purpose.
All right.
We got plus or minus about 5 minutes.
Book it.
At
Book it.
most,
Book it.
and
Book it.
on the
Book it.
outside. Let's go.
Yeah, just ready.
All right, so you're pushing through. You oddly enough, the water and where you're at suddenly drops. It starts lowering,
Do you hear any like
and the
draining sound?
the rushing seems to be getting louder.
Does it sound like there's a drain sound, like a draining sound?
No, it's just very subtly just lowering down.
It's a tidal wave.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Can't run a tidal wave, but we can certainly try.
But we need to.
One.
Oh, look.
Certainly try.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
I'm going to have. I'm going to have Entangle ready if I've got to hold the group in place to ride something out.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to look for any areas that look like create gap would help in any way, whether it's creating some kind of alcove or if I can actually get through something.
Okay.
Looking at my assets like that's going to help me right now.
Does Dodger have a general idea of where he is in, like, how far away he is from where he wants to be?
It's still a ways to get to where you want to be, which is like your true sanctuary.
Sorry,
And
guys,
judging
close
by the
enough.
noise, it's like probably not. It's probably a little too far away.
that just
Okay,
showed up because I
then-
realized my character sheet was wrong, so I was correcting it. Sorry.
Oh,
Then Dodger's going to be hearing the noise, looking for the nearest familiar out, based on the direction that he's going, because you'd probably know where all of the things go in
Yes,
events
yeah.
like this. So looking for the nearest out, hearing the rushing water, and go, all right, up we go. This is not the exact place I want to be, but this is close enough.
all right. So there's kind of like metal bars, like rungs, kind of built into the side of the wall that he gets to. That goes up to the top of the tunnel.
How high up?
15 feet.
Okay, just to keep out of everybody's way, I'll climb up so much and then I'll bamf up a freebie one.
Oh, you can climb the whole way. It's rungs all the way
Well,
up
no,
to the ceiling.
I want to stay out of everybody's way.
Oh,
So,
So I'm teleporting with a freebie to just
to the
as
top.
part. Yeah.
is it 15-foot gap before we get to a rung? Is that? Oh, okay.
No. There are rungs. Like it's like a little ladder kind of built into the side
Okay,
of the wall that
okay,
goes
okay.
to the ceiling. So when you get there, there is a metal plate over a looks to be filled up in this round hole.
So I'll stay at the bottom because I know I can get up quickly if anything does happen. So I'm letting everybody go up and
So who's first up there?
Probably
go.
me.
Yeah, I mean, unless
I
Dodger,
thi-
Dodger's been leading. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Dodger, give me a strength check.
Okay. Let's see how well this goes. It's a +0. 19.
Hey.
Yay!
So you get up there and you're like, and you and it gives finally, and you're like, slide it over. It's a manhole cover.
And I hop out, look around, and stick my arm down. I'm like, come on.
Okay, I was behind him. I'm assuming since I was right
All right,
behind
so
him.
he shimmies out, kind of reaches over and helps you out.
Oh,
I don't know who's next.
Yeah, Belmy will shimmy up.
Belmy shimmies up after that.
Tetra could go last.
How's that?
Tel's
going last,
fighting you for
too.
that, so you have to pay. You got to play rock paper scissors for that.
Because she can just pop up.
Loner's gonna look at both of you.
Or do
Just
rollies.
doesn't-
Stop it.
It's gonna.
Well, here, let's have this moment then. Cedric looks like a tell.
Lorna just stands there, like one hand on the rung, just looking at both of them, like you're both idiots.
I can get over there in half a second. Just go. How close is the water? Can I hear
It's
it? Like,
getting it's getting loud.
hey, Catel's just gonna pop up. And kind of
Okay.
stand over the manhole with her arms crossed, glaring down.
And Lorna's like 3 rungs up, having watched this, and just looks at Cedric. You're both idiots. Just so you're aware. And then goes and starts climbing up.
All right, so you everybody gets out to the outside of there, and you hear just this, like it sounds like a train just rushing from the opening.
You
As
see
I
the
look-
water go past.
Not yet.
As I look around up top, is it a place of familiarity, or is this place just messing with our brains?
You don't recognize where you are. It seems to be looks to be a
Bloody
stone
hell.
room.
Stone
That's
room?
not lit. Not like the 20 by 20 by 20 by 20 stone room. It's just a
okay. I was like, we ended
Room
up
made
back in
of
that
stone.
room again.
Is there anything in this room? The minute I'm up there, the light is still on.
there is a
I'm
door.
searching.
There is
Oh, I would have already gone
Looks
to
like
the door.
There's a metal door with looks like a wheel attached to the door. All right, so you're there. Strength.
Does
Um,
anybody recognize this space?
Now, Dodger, you would there are some place like you don't recognize this one, but there are places that have just for flooding purposes and such. They seal the doors with these things. That
Okay.
thing ain't going anywhere.
Lexi's just like with her feet.
I'm like dangling from it.
This
It
doesn't
won't
look like
budge.
this doesn't look like architecture from my hometown. One of my hometowns, though. This looks totally different.
Totally different. Lexi and Dodger recognize this is Petran architecture.
Yeah.
I
I
rushed
take it
over
this
to
is one of
Lexi.
the sewer maintenance rooms.
That's what you would figure it would be.
All
I
right.
rush over to help Lexi with the door, trying to help.
All right.
Is there desert out by Petra?
No.
Exactly. What?
The
No.
Strength check.
thing has us trapped in some space where it's
Yes.
nesting and in our heads.
That's my thought.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I guess I can stop the water sound.
Or more specifically.
Oh, I didn't even
trying to
hear
mess
water
with-
sounds. I didn't have it up loud enough, apparently.
Logged in.
more specifically trying to mess with Balmy's head. As she's like trying out the door with
Roll away.
Can I go over and
Strength,
help her when seeing her struggling with this? Can I, or maybe not struggling? I don't know. Can I just?
I was literally holding on and
Thinking about
like
that
using
two
my
people can-
body.
two people can grab on each side as one pushes and everyone pulls. You kind of try to.
I'll come help
So,
her.
who do you want to make? You can make the check with advantage, but who's going to make it?
I have a 0+.
Me too.
Does anyone have a plus in strength in our group?
Yep. It's not us.
So is it Cedric just standing
I've
there
got a
watching?
+0.
I have proficiency.
I think Belmy's decently strong too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
You're wrong.
He's all.
Sorry.
I don't
think
know.
this
You were
one's all
reaching.
you.
Belmy was reaching to help Lorna with the ladder, so I just assumed he went. Yeah, she's probably not the strongest person. Let me help.
Cedric is the only strong one among us, and he's
Yep.
just watching all of us do these
Yep.
strong
All right.
people things.
Are we rolling, or is Cedric gonna decide to actually go? Let's roll and see what happens, and then let Cedric.
Who's
Yeah, there you
rolling?
go.
Fun.
All
Who's
right.
gonna have
So
the
who's going to
pickle
make
jar
the roll?
after we-
Which one of you
Cedric's-
two are going to do the roll?
Well, you've already seen me fail. You guys are up.
Over
One.
for cheers.
2, 3.
Let's roll scissors. Do rollies instead. That's a lot faster. and
Rollies!
takes time better.
Okay.
Please.
Wait, is this an athletics or strength check?
It'll be
Strength.
strength.
Oh,
Just
can't
pure.
Cattell!
Can you just say that Cattell opened the door?
No, that means you get to make the roll.
That was the only problem with rollies. I was like, if we have a
Yeah.
good roll, it erased it. No.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
let's do this. And I need 2, right? Because I'm doing with advantage. Let's see what happens.
Now you got to do. All right, so type this in slash.
Okay, hold on. So slash.
Or actually, just roll your strength 2 times, and we'll just take the higher
Oh.
roll.
I mean, it doesn't
There
have
we
a
go.
plus. So.
It also has an option to roll advantage.
It's you're rolling with advantage, not a bonus. So
Oh.
just do it 2 times. And we'll take the higher roll.
Should I just do athletics then?
No strength, just straight strength.
Where is
It's on
that in the
attributes.
Attributes.
Got it. Okay.
Come on, Cattell.
Okay, so 13. Nope.
We
Dang.
loosened it for you, Cedric. We loosened it for you.
That's right.
Hey, this isn't athletics, so Cedric doesn't even have anything going on.
No, it's
You
not
want somebody to
athletics,
help
it's
you?
Strength.
Yeah, it's,
Just
yeah.
strength.
Yeah, I know. He has
I
an
think he has
11 in strength.
proficiency in
But before-
Athletics.
Before
mean,
he
Lorna's
rolls
still-
the strength check to
It's a
open the
pull.
thing,
Mhm.
it's a pull. Can I have a closer look at it to see if it's been like rusted or
It definitely is
If it-
rusted. It's definitely like it's wedged in there. We're just gonna have to take a really good strength to bust this thing open.
How?
Possible, but
I got nothing other than, you know.
But you said it
sticking-
was
sticking my
big enough
head
for 2
under it.
people to get their hands on this, right? Okay.
mhm.
Yeah, Lorna's still pulling. the
Okay.
motion, whichever way it's
There we
supposed to
go. 2 people up there. Let's go. Who's
So
doing
gonna
it?
make the who's gonna make the
Cedric.
roll?
I mean, it was Catella and Lorna have been going.
Come
at
on,
it.
Cedric. I grab him. And we're gonna
All
do
right.
this, Cedric.
There you go.
So Cedric, you make the roll with advantage.
Okay.
Come on, Cedric.
You got
It's always
this.
doors, guys. It's
I
always
know.
doors.
Freaking
Always
doors.
doors.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
Doesn't budge.
So
Oh.
how does
Dodger, do you think you can melt it?
And there's no windows, nothing.
You don't get that hot, do you?
Might be a bit of a.
No, but I've got another idea, and I'm gonna stand. So if the spinny door handle is here, I'm gonna stand to the side of it, and I'm going to right next to it put my palm there, and this green light starts emanating from my palm, and I'm going to shoot an eldritch blast at it because it's force damage.
Okay.
See if that works.
That's cool. Lorna, roll a d20 while you're doing that. How much damage does that Eldritch Blast do?
It's a 1d10.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
I
And
feel like
as you're
that
doing
copied your roll for some reason.
as you're doing that, the rushing gets louder and louder and louder and louder and louder until it's like you're whoosh right past, and now water's bubbling up out of the hole.
Someone slide the grate, and it's only a 3.
I'm gonna
Doesn't even make a dent.
try to get the lid
Kadoosh!
back
Other
on.
makes a loud noise. Bang!
I'm
Right
gonna
into
try and
that
get
thing.
that lid back on in the whole manhole. Just
Okay.
to make sure it doesn't.
Ooh,
go.
ooh. Did you say that the room is made out of rock? Solid rock?
He did.
Yes.
Okay. Can I cast quicksand on the wall and turn it into quicksand?
Oh.
Because it turns rock into sand.
And it just, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it would just go, yeah.
You like my sound effects? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodger.
First, I want to see if this works before I try something else.
Okay. So, where are you casting this at?
Probably right next to the door. I want to
Okay.
try to. I'll throw it in the chat. Just. For
Ooh, yeah,
funsies.
like by the hinges and stuff. And
Yeah, sort of, just so we can sort of make our way around the door into the hallway.
What happened? Nothing showed. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Oh, it wasn't showing for me, so
I know. I was like, oh,
refreshing.
what just happened? Okay, so as you hit like the wall, it starts to ripple a little, and then it starts to almost like wax, like kind of dripping dripping down. Meantime, Cattell, you're shoving the cover back onto the hole, which just slides over and it kind of clings into place.
Just stop.
Yes, it stops for now. So as it's sliding around the door and stuff, and it's like literally like this is like melted wax type thing. It's just kind of pouring and pooling up on the floors and such. And you finally break through to the other side, a gap and such, and a blast of cold air just blows in on you. And it continues. So you manage it, and then it kind of just kind of stops. But there's enough room for somebody to squeeze themselves through the hole. The open.
Well,
Okay.
who's
I'm
up?
small.
All right.
I'm gonna shimmy. How cold?
The gap is big enough for all of you could fit through it.
Oh, okay.
Not at one time, but all of you can. It doesn't, it's like, who's the smallest? You're on your own. Good luck.
How
cold is it?
It's pretty cold.
Like how cold? Do I need
Definitely below freezing.
Oh, I'm
And we're all wet.
rude.
Cedric
Okay.
lightly touches your shoulder as you're going to move into it. Says,
Wait. I will go.
as Flicker. Actually, I can roll for this. I have a thing.
He has a thing.
I have a thing. This is a history check. Where is it? I don't remember how to do this. Okay. And then
Nice. Man,
wait,
he
hang
is
on.
just
Hang on,
cranking
hang
them
I
rolls out.
know, seriously.
So that's 27. And then this goes on cooldown.
Okay.
What does my memory tell me?
We'll hold that, but now nothing. Just cold. It's definitely like feels the cold feels familiar.
Yeah, okay. Cedric will look at you then and say,
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Let me go first.
and if you don't say anything, then
All you buds, and as you say that, I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on the door handle. Just remembering that I can do that to clean the rust off.
I gotta look at my.
Now you gotta do like how much room? Like I guess throw that just cast it. Just go ahead and click Oh wait, you can't click anything, can you?
Not really.
I'll click it for you.
It's a
It's just a
cantrip.
It's just a cantrip. So
It's a
I know.
cantrip, which is why I'm saying those things for free.
The water.
I just need to say. Oh. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The water. I know we hear it rushing. And is it still? But Cattell pushed the.
Cattell
thing over.
covered it. Yeah, she pushed the
Yeah.
manhole cover over it.
Now Cattell's kind of kneeling at it with her hands on it, and you can see that there are wheels turning in her head.
Yeah. Lorna would have crossed over. What happens if we lift it up?
Only one way to find out. I'm going to, just
Well,
lift
not
it just a
plumber, he wouldn't
little.
know.
Strength.
Strength.
It's heavy.
I'm helping.
Okay. Do it with advantage.
Am I
You guys
really
both are like
doing
going, trying
Am
to
I
pick this
doing
up.
it twice again?
Yeah. Well, if you click on your strength thing, it should pop up a box that says
Advantage, yeah. I'm just asking
Yeah,
if I'm the
and-
one rolling.
sure. Yeah.
Sure, you're the one who had the idea, so go.
Yeah.
Wow. It was a lot easier to slide back in place.
This one, yeah, I know, and this one was a lot easier too. Yeah, you can't just.
I'm gonna put my ear down to
Well,
it.
it's
Do I
easier
still
to
hear?
push something up and over than it is to pull
Pick-
something
Try and get
up.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try because you gotta try to get your
Your fingers in.
fingers
No,
in there.
I'm going
You
to.
when you put your ear to it, which is you have to put your a little bit of water because there's water on the floor, just a thin, but you hear a rumbling.
You would also feel vibrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a professional plumber, you would feel vibrations moving if there's water going through it. You'd feel the water hammer.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
look at Lorna. Do you think we never got out?
I'm thinking no. Each one of these seemed. Well, we had.
First it
desert
was
place.
Lexi in the prison she was used to. Then Belmy, Dodger in the sewers. Cedric is from somewhere cold.
The problem is, can they replicate yours and mine? Enough to distinguish it.
I don't know. But what's the point?
I think they're tapping into our fears.
But again, what's the point? If they can read this much.
I'm
into
not
our
afraid of
minds.
sewers.
You're afraid of being
afraid.
back in Petra.
Are you afraid of being trapped in the sewer and drowning? Forgotten. Water. You
We're
tend
not
to
going
like
to talk about that.
more
Not
of the
so
I'm
far.
light
going
side.
to look towards the gap Cedric went through already.
Yeah, he's already on the other side.
I'm gonna kind of stand up and look after him, but I'm not gonna go out. I want to see what happens, what he sees.
The question is, how do we break the cycle?
I don't know.
In the Feywild, it
You don't
messes
see
with your
him on the other
mind.
side.
He's gone.
Oh, it's dark,
Oh, okay.
and because he sees fine, so he didn't.
Right.
He just went right through, but it's dark on the other side.
So like no light, dark.
No light. You have the light in your room because you've got
Mm-hmm.
the light that Lorna and Dodger are putting
Lorna,
off.
can you extend some light out? I don't see him.
I'm gonna look around. I know there's a bunch of sand, but are any of the stones still intact?
It's
Like
now just kind of melted, stony type thing.
I'm gonna put my hand in a piece of stone, or
I mean, you could probably break
melted?
off a piece. I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
can just break off a piece. It's in
Okay,
bad shape.
and I'm gonna turn it in. I'm gonna light it up, and then I'll
Okay.
hold it out to see. And if I can't, then I'm gonna toss it a little ways to see if we can see.
Is Cedric in the back of the head?
Yeah.
Toss a
I'm throwing it
rock
low
to
enough,
your
it would hit him in the
Cedric.
butt. It would not hit him in the head. I mean, it's a little toss.
Where did Cedric go? I just gotta get a relation to where you are in
well,
regards to the opening.
What's on the other side here?
What I sent you.
Say something private. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so he's just walking, kind of.
Okay, so I just didn't know if they would, because they're throwing a rock, because they've got to be able to. So you don't see anything when you hold the stone out, and then you toss it in here, and you see it glowing on the other side. You do not see Cedric.
I'm gonna call out Cedric.
You hear her.
Cedric looks over his shoulder.
It's an illusion.
He looks back towards what's ahead of him.
You see it's a you're kind of like in a building, kind of a ruined building and such. There's ice and stuff that's formed around, and a little bit deeper, like further down, you see light. Looks like almost like moonlight. Probably a good 50 yards from where you're at. Otherwise, there's just a lot of broken stones and columns that are collapsed. And
If he doesn't answer, I'm gonna start heading after him.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
gonna keep walking.
Patel, grab the light.
Yeah. I'm gonna go towards the light, scoop up the
okay,
stone, and I'm gonna try and follow him.
coming through, pop out on the other side. Freezing in here. The lights on the ground. You pick that up. As you hold it, how much light does that give off?
20 feet of light.
You don't see him, but you see it looks like you're in some sort of a structure. The stone here looks very different from the stone on the other side. But it looks, and then you see some broken pieces. Looks like they're carved columns and whatnot. It just seems to be in all in disarray and old and ancient. There's
Are
ice
there like
formed
any
in up spots.
statue sort of things, or just ruined?
Are you moving deeper in?
Yeah.
Okay. As you move in a little bit further, you do come. Yeah, you see some broken statues. You see what may have been like pottery that's been shattered and such in spots. It's just.
Does this trigger any sort of like from stories from training about certain places or any?
Not a particular, like any particular story that would jump out at you. It's like you could definitely tell, just like, okay, broken statues, columns broken. This is ruins of some kind, but none of this. Everything that you're looking at doesn't have the same architecture of Anemos. It's just a whole different style that you're seeing here that you're unfamiliar with.
And I'm not familiar with any area in our world where it's like ice.
There is an icy like area between the lands of Anemos and the lands of Vandascar.
Okay.
You've never been there, but
Right.
you're aware of it. And if I had to give, I guess, like to give like what it would be similar, like what you're seeing, is give you a visual of like our own culture. It's like Norse like structures and such is what you see, but stone instead of wood.
Okay. And none of that visual triggers any sort of just flipping through picture books or whatever, fairy tales.
You can go for a history check at disadvantage.
Okay.
But you have pulled things out before when I've thought you weren't going to know things. So
Can we just clear? Did everybody else follow Patel?
I don't think so. I
haven't
think you
yet.
told her to get the light. She went in. She's not gone too far. You can still see the light.
You said
But I don't know if
history?
anybody's following her. Yeah, history.
I sent you a message, Jam.
Let me see.
You can say yes or no, but
No.
okay. I just had to make sure.
This is temperature.
Okay.
I think Bellamy would follow. Just throwing it out there. He's a little worried about drowning, so he'll hop through.
Water's not going through. We close the hole.
For
Dodger would go
now.
last in following through because he's the other source of light. So
He's
if
the-
one is in the front, the other's in the caboose. So that's kind of his train of thought.
Is anybody staying back in the?
I-
room?
am hesitant, but if everyone's going, I'm gonna go.
Lexi, is there a reason to stay?
I don't like being cold.
Neither do I. Stick with me. Come on. And I'll link arms with her after, like go through and then hold out my arm and like do the whole link arm for warmth.
I'm just sort of like going.
Her lips are all blue.
I'm already pale, like white. Now I'm turning blue. Don't lose me in the snow.
Dodger did
Yeah,
the
we
last one. The last one to go through. He's gonna look back in this room in the familiarity of the sewers and just give a sigh and have this not necessarily forlorn look on his face, but a face of missing home, and then go through the door last. Go through the doorway.
Your last thought, as your process is too, is just how close you were. If you just could have gotten a little further, you would have made it.
Yep. And just bloody hell, and go through.
I'm just gonna leave it over to Lexi. In all honesty, you would have been better to link up with Dodger. He's probably a living heater.
That's true. As I like cling on to him.
Heat!
Heat!
He runs warm.
That's what I was like,
I do,
heat!
it's true.
Lorna is full on doing an exercise of shutting off the cold. Like, it's there, but it's a mental control exercise.
This is not mental. I'm like, oh my god, it's cold. It's like, I'm really like on Dodger
at this point.
How far could he have gotten in that amount of time?
You've gotten pretty far if you just kept moving, because Hal's moved a little bit deeper in, and everybody else was coming through, and that whole process was taking place.
It's drawing him forward, right? Like there's that ephemeral. Yeah, so he's going.
All right, so you go towards that light, and you come out into a courtyard with these several buildings kind of encircling this space out there, all with varying stages of disarray. Most of the columns and supports have been built, have crumbled. There's statues that have fallen down and are in pieces. All of this just tickling at your mind. And one of the buildings is of particular resonance with you. You also notice there is up in the sky a full moon shining down.
Staring at the sky, hand touching the buildings as he's walking towards the familiar one.
Inside, you've all now gathered up and clustered around Dodger, or trying to cut off the cold through sheer willpower. Where are you heading?
Wheel of Time reference, if anyone gets it. You have read the books. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. But one thing Dodger is going to do is he's going to take off his shirt and hand it over to Lorna, who has just scratched.
You mean the shift? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think yours is higher than mine, because I only took off the bottom part of mine for him to do a mask.
She literally tore enough off for Cedric to
she's
cover
got
his
scraps
arms and legs.
for shifts, and he's just going to take off his shirt and hand it over. Yeah, basically,
right, so
and go,
his...
it's too cold. It's too cold for that, and I run warm, and it's been steam cleaned.
Wrinkle free.
Yeah. Does Dodger seem colder by this, or is it he's still fine because he's literally fine?
I'm running warm. I'm probably a bit cold, but
I would say you can go for an insight check, and we'll see against Dodger's deception as he's trying to, because you are cold. You run warm, but oh my gosh, it's cold.
Okay, hang on. Let me get deception up over here.
Where's my insight?
And I'll even use fast talking.
Ooh.
Which is a plus. Will you
2.
tell me what it is? You won't tell me what it is. +2?
That's okay.
Thank you.
What?
It's a dirty
beat
20.
that.
It's not a natural 20.
Well,
it looked like a 4 on the dice.
Let's see, okay? That's a +5 for me total. So let's not that die. No. We're gonna do this die.
If you are proficient in it,
Oh my god! Yo! Can I flip my camera around? Yes, I can. Do the thing.
No. There you go. Oh.
You can't
Nope.
see it.
Oh,
You can't see it.
Oh, there it is.
It's a
20 right there. +5.
You crazy, you know what?
Okay.
well, that trumps your dirty 20.
I'm sorry.
Nope, he doesn't seem like it's affecting him.
No, I'm fine. There you go.
I'll swap him. I'll give him the halter.
It's like a little scrap.
Yeah, I won't even.
Can we
It's
roll
like a
for
headband.
the fit? Can we roll for the
I
fit?
won't even. That's not gonna do you any good, dude.
No.
Okay. Yeah, she'll put it on.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's not the right voice. You're welcome. There we are.
Now you know how
All
I
right.
feel.
Yeah.
I started this campaign with this accent.
Let's do our break right now, just because we're about to get into the next step here. It's gonna take a little time, and just so we get a chance to refresh. So let's take an Ether 5,
Okay.
Okie dokie.
and we'll.
Back.
All
Okay.
right. So, Cedric, you're making your way towards that building. Let's go to the group inside. What are you doing? So you did the shirt exchange.
I'm following the light.
Looking for any signs of which direction Cedric went.
You do not see him in space, but you do see light about 50 yards or so out, coming from an opening from the building that you're in.
But I am guessing that's probably the direction he went. I don't see any like footprints in the snow or anything like that.
At this deep end, there's not any snow. There's like ice is
it's
forming
just
some spots
ice.
out there. But since you're eventually, yes, as you start parting where the snow would have blown in, then you do see the footprints.
Okay. And just keep walking towards it.
Everybody following?
Yep.
Wherever my
Staying in the back. to
wherever
cover
my
the light.
heat source is where I am staying.
Lexi's like riding piggyback on you. Just keep going, Dodger.
Dodger's
I poke
actually
him.
okay with
I
that
poke
because
him to
he
make
is
him flame
cold.
on a little more. You know, poke. Ah.
Calls you,
Just
calls you
wet willy
names.
to the ear.
Yeah, just anything just to annoy you. Stop it. Stop it. All right. So you're making your way through there. You see the footprints. You come out into this courtyard, this circular courtyard surrounded by these buildings that are in ruins. There is a moon right in the center of the sky, a full moon, just putting everything in this bluish white light. Wind is howling, it's frigid cold. Now here's something to remember. There is no moon.
Wait, what?
What?
There's a moon, but no moon.
There's a moon in the sky, but where you're from, there's no moon.
So we're not
That's
okay.
right. We're not in our world. Well, we're not
Not in Kansas
anywhere, but-
anymore.
That's no moon.
That's what was going through my head. I was all like,
Do we know what a moon is?
Yeah, that's like-
It's a battle station.
It's I guess it's like to you, it's like going. It's like an odd looking sun,
What is
but
that?
at night.
There have been a moon in the Feywild when Lorna was there. That's different. The plane of existence potentially. It is.
Yes, sometimes. No, sometimes. Sometimes there's more than
But-
one.
I would know what it was.
Yeah. This celestial body in the sky is not, other than there's not one in
Yeah.
where you were at.
What is that? What?
A moon. They
What's
show
it?
sometimes in the Feywild at night.
What is it?
celestial body of some sort. I don't know.
Like stars?
Not as more like sort of like a planet, but I'll look around for Cedric.
What's
I
the
don't really know
You just
how to
see-
body?
You see footprints heading off towards what looks to be one of the larger, one
I'll point 'em
or
out.
not the largest building in this cluster.
We only see one moon.
It's
Correct.
big.
And
you
it's
said.
large,
Very big.
massive moon. Yeah.
I have a feeling wherever we are, we're somewhere familiar to Cedric.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep following his footprints.
Okay. Cedric, you get to this building and up the steps inside. And although the building is massive, it's the largest building of this group out here, it's actually very empty inside. It's just this one big, massive open space, columns. Some have since crumbled, others are still holding strong. All, I would say it's probably about 100 yards from where you're at, to the other side. And in the very, very center, there's a raised platform, and sitting on it is a box about the size of
no.
probably about like 1 foot by half a foot, kind of rectangular.
Is it the
box.
same size of the box that
No.
Lexi? No.
That one was a little bigger. This one's smaller.
Wacky,
You
wacky,
had
wacky.
to throw a box in there, didn't you?
All right. So by the time you get to the box, the rest of you are kind of coming up the stairs, and you see where the moonlight's kind of shining in through various openings in the space. There's really nothing in this massive chamber except this raised platform that Cedric is going towards. And he's
Good.
almost there. He's well ahead of you.
Cedric, what is this place?
Echoes across the hall.
What's this place?
Space. You respond.
Who? Me?
You.
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah,
You.
Oh.
I said Cedric's name.
you hear it. Yeah, you hear it echoing.
Apparently, I'm doing every accent tonight.
Hey there,
It's
Cedric.
breaking really bad.
Where we at?
Best not
You're
be
to a
speaking like
hoedown.
Cedric doesn't stop. Though he rasps out.
Memory.
A good one or a bad one? What kind of memory?
I don't know if he knows. Remember, he doesn't have any.
Oh, that's right.
Terrible. The worst
All right.
memory.
And he begins climbing the dais.
So you step up, and so it's like the light from this moon just happens to find like an opening in the roof that it's shining right directly down on this box with strange hieroglyphics etched along its sides. They don't match the carvings, the style of the carvings on the buildings themselves. You hear almost like a humming noise emanating from it. Actually, if you're on Sirenscape, you're hearing the humming now.
Yeah. I turned it way
I'm
up.
not hemming it. But
I
am on
can't hear
silence, so I'm gonna
anything.
Turn it up.
You gotta
I
turn
mean,
it up.
yeah.
Oh, you
to
gotta turn it like
Very
way
low.
up.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Very low.
Okay, I'll max it out.
Is
Hopefully
it-
they can pick it up.
Does it matter if we run into danger here, or will it affect us wherever we really are?
Cedric, if it's such a terrible memory, perhaps maybe don't repeat the same actions.
He continues. And
Okay.
am I standing in front of it?
Mhm.
Lorna's still been moving forward, so I don't know how close she is.
Same.
You said there was glyphs and stuff on it. Are they recognizable or like anything?
On the box?
Oh, they're on the box. I thought you said yeah.
Oh, there's like little carvings and such.
Yeah,
that
like
you
the
noticed in
carvings and
buildings
stuff.
themselves.
Like anything recognizable.
Nothing any of you
Okay.
doesn't match any culture any of you have ever been
Gotcha.
exposed to.
Okay.
So I rolled a 27 on history before that you said to hold. As I hold my hand over the box, is there anything that I can gain from that 27?
Yes, it comes back. This is the moment.
This is the moment. Bet I never let it go. Got one shot.
Well, better lose yourself.
You sure this is a good idea there, Bruzy?
This was it.
He says as he holds his hand over the box and places his hand on top of the box.
You feel it pulse
What?
under your hand, a warmth to it.
Warmth. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
But not not a natural warmth.
Sort of like holding a radioactive bar.
Yeah.
You mind sharing with the class?
Class.
I
I'm
said
still
it.
approaching forward.
Still an echo.
I shared it with the world.
And he opens the box.
All right.
What do we have to roll?
Patel stayed back as this was happening, prepared to teleport forward, but she was hanging back. She's been so paranoid about everything. She's not getting close to anything. She doesn't know what it is.
All I know is
right next to you.
But I didn't want to interrupt.
Can I
So
lunge forward and try and slam the box like as he starts to open? I mean, I don't know how close we've gotten at this point.
Nah, you're probably still a good
Okay.
10 yards away or so. I mean, you
Okay.
have to cover a lot of ground really fast, and he just flips it. So he flips it open. There is I don't know if I've got that effect.
Oh, if it's gonna be super loud on Sirenscape, let me know
Oh, yeah,
so I
hold
can.
up.
Yeah, it's loud.
I'm like totally
Hold on.
turning down just in case.
I have it maxed out.
I know that's
I
what I was
want
like.
you
I
to
turned
watch
it
me.
all the way
Watch
down.
me with that sound. I just heard a little. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there's something else on there. No, it's
I
still
would
that.
keep it up pretty high because
It's still that hum.
there's like moaning now.
Yeah, that's what as it opens
Okay.
up, you start hearing this noise emanating from it.
For those of us who are not attached to Sirenscape because of reasons, what am I hearing?
It's
There's
like
a low hum.
there's a low
And these
hum,
ghostly
You guys want to
moans.
recreate it?
and it's saying
What
Yeah.
have you guys
"Kill
at a time?
Dodger, kill Dodger, kill
No,
Dodger." No, I'm
it's
just
like a
kidding.
low hum and then almost like a cry, but a horn mixed together.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Almost like a howling.
Yeah.
Like way
Yeah.
off in the distance.
Think like a
It's getting
sorrowful
louder.
war horn.
Okay. Gotcha.
Cedric?
And then
What happened with the box?
this blast of cold wind just whips
Is there
through
like
this
a
area.
pillar or anything I can get behind?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, instinctively almost. It's like find a safe space.
And the cold wind rushes against us.
It's from all directions. Just is beating in.
I'm charging forward to Cedric, and I'm trying to barrel into him and take the box and him down off the pedestal.
All right, so as you spring it up and run towards him, it's almost like a flash of bright light, and then everything is darkness.
I think
Total
we
darkness.
just got looped.
Are we chained up again?
No.
I light cantrip.
Okay, you throw a light up, and you're in a home sorts. There's a table and chairs and a fireplace and such. There's it's dusty like it hasn't been tended to in a while, so there's dust hanging everywhere. It's warmer, but not not the warmth that you remember from, obviously not the desert, and certainly not even from the train. I'd say it's probably feels like it's like 60 degrees or so Fahrenheit for those who are watching in the places.
It's not the -30 wind chill where I'm at right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cattell.
No. Uh-huh.
You recognize this place
Which place?
as home.
Home. Okay.
It's usually your memories were always this warm hearth fire going. It was like this place was your refuge. It was your safe space, and it's all quiet and dusty and empty.
I run my hand over the table. How much? Like, is it like thick, or is it
Not
just
horribly thick, but
light?
definitely enough where you can see like your fingers mark the table. The dust picks up.
Do I recognize anything? Obviously not of this place itself, but of the style of it.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Now, is it just a small portion of the home? Because
Yeah, it's just like the main room when you come inside,
Okay.
not off the bedrooms and such. Yes, you do recognize some trinkets and things that are sitting on shelves and stuff as like reminiscent of the Anemos culture in general, but specifically in those that lived in Leylandell.
I'm watching Cattell at this point then. Before I do, Cedric, does he still have the box in his hands?
No.
Cedric is catatonic currently.
You're also all back
What
in
does
your
that look
regular
like?
attire. Yeah, what does catatonic Cedric look like?
Same as
Wait,
usual,
we're what?
we're in a
Back in
regular
your
attire.
regular attire.
except completely rigid.
Like,
I feel for sword, daggers, actually honestly the daggers first, and then my bow, everything. I'm checking for any of my items.
They're there.
I rub my back.
It's there.
Okay.
Do I still have that piece of ceramic that I?
Oh, good question. Nope.
No.
No.
So no box, no. Okay.
Do I get a feeling that the sword is really there? Like, do I get the same thrum and mental connection that I have with the sword?
You feel it. It's a little more distant, but still there, and still enough that you feel you could draw from it if you needed to. But it does feel like it's a little further away than normal.
Okay. I don't trust this. I don't trust it. Nope.
Cattell just kind of stands there. She's warring in her mind over this being potentially not real and things now being different. And she's just really, she doesn't know what to do. She's kind of just frozen in place.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems like we're reliving some of our past memories. And if I remember from what y'all were saying before, there were some sort of weird bug creatures that played a pivotal role in. We're not going to see those things. I mean, should we be worried?
The house is never dusty. This doesn't make sense. It's not a memory. Papa would never. I'm gonna slowly go towards the door, the front door.
Okay.
And I'm going to very cautiously open it to see if there's still the marks where the fox was hung, or if it's not there or something's different.
You open the door. You see there is a fox pinned up there, and it lifts its head up and looks at you and says, "Choose."
Choose what?
And then slumps back down.
I'd step towards it. Choose what?
This looks just like a dead fox at this point.
I'm gonna look around the front, the ranch area. Do I see the barn, the pin? Everything's there.
Everything's there. Much in disarray. It's disarray, but still there. Like it hasn't been tended to in some time.
I'm trying to remember the last time I received a letter from my father. How long ago would it have been?
6 months, maybe.
So I haven't gotten a letter from him since I left Anemos.
Because
I've
you've been
bounced
just
around
moved.
so
Yeah,
much.
you've been moving around so much.
So I've been sending him these letters all this time, and now. But there are the animals are gone. There's no.
Yeah, the animals are gone. But where they were, the areas where they would have grazed and such is now overgrown and whatnot.
Choose what? This doesn't make sense. Papa wouldn't have left unless it was to look for her.
I think Lorna made a very good point earlier that this might be what is the potential of our worst fears. Or I'm sorry, Gears said that. My bad.
Cedric's was a memory. Belmy, are you sure that's not a memory of some sort? I'm not saying your family or your friends, but
It's.
the Pyramid Man.
I don't know much about the Pyramid Man, but the rest of it has potential to be reality.
Dodger?
I mean, usually me and my mates had the timing of when the floodgates would be opened down to a science, but we had it down right, but there was always potential of someone being a prat and open things up early, and so that was a fear of a lot of us Toshers.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to imagine that amulet that is currently in my pocket space that I can't get to. I'm just going to think about it, see if any, I don't know, inspiration comes. Nothing.
I didn't hear you.
Oh, you didn't hear me?
No, I heard.
I didn't hear.
I heard all that. Lorna said
Okay.
something, and I didn't catch any of that.
I have an idea.
All
No
right.
one's gonna like it.
You're going to use your, wait, do you have your dagger?
I pull it out.
I mean, the alternative is potentially being stuck here forever. And
I have a feeling it's not even real.
Now,
I
hold
don't
on.
think so.
What are you suggesting with that dagger?
The dagger returns things to what they're supposed to be. I mean, the cart that was wood, a tree started growing out of it when she stabbed out at that thing. We were at that altar, and I think that altar, when she put it in the ground, it made us go back to the original place that it was. Maybe. What if if we do the dagger, it might take us back to where we were? Possibility?
Test, if it even works. And I'm gonna walk over to the fox. And I'm going to touch the blade to the fox's chest.
Nothing happens.
I can stab a piece of wood I don't know how I feel about stabbing a dead creature for no reason.
Try it. Just like your cut thing. Just to
I
see
go
if
to
it
one of the fence
works.
posts and cut it.
So you cut into it. And after a few moments, a little sprig comes from it, and two little red leaves sprout on it.
Last time I did this, though, it seemed to happen instantaneously, right?
Yeah.
It's slower. But the magic's there. Cattell, do you have your amulet?
I'm gonna try and feel for it.
Yeah, you can
Pull it out.
you have to push a little harder, but you can get through.
Pull it out.
She pulls it out of thin air. What all you see?
Belmy, what about your friend? I can barely sense when, but you seem to be more
Right.
interconnected.
Give me a minute. He'll turn back and start drawing some stuff into the dust on the table. Just perform a ceremony.
I hope we can find Remy boy. And I sit there and I wait and I think. Probably close to the fire, but not being obvious about it.
So as you go through the ritual and apply the ceremony and such, this has never happened before, but you see like where the symbol's drawn in almost like takes on like this glass like appearance, and you see Ramil on the other side that can't seem to get through.
Can we see what he's seeing, or is it just him?
If you walk right up there next to him and look, yeah, some manifestation here.
Saying I'm giving this room.
Okay.
I think as Belmy walks back into the room, into the main area, he probably looks over and sees Cedric. And although he's stock still as usual, you can see him muttering it. Cedric, why don't you join us? We're trying to figure out how to get out of here.
Just the soft, quiet, just like raspy paper, whisper over and over again.
Cedric, Belmy will kind of get close and kind of touch his shoulder.
Immediately react. Reach out, grabs his neck and holds it, staring into. His eyes are like completely like bluish white.
Cedric, it's Belmy. Cedric.
He releases you and startles backwards a little bit. Looks around.
It's all right. We're somewhere else now. It's past. It's gone. It's nothing. It's a memory.
I do not remember.
You don't remember what?
He looks at Cattell.
I was very close, but I cannot remember. The box.
Begins the same pattern as before.
Cedric? What was in the box?
The box. Looks up at Cattell again.
Darkness.
Then why would you want to open it?
I do not remember. The box. The box. The box.
I need to get out of here.
Read.
I can stab the ground again, but I don't know what effect that'll have. And it seems like things work slower with it. The connection's not as strong. I can hear Wynn, but not really. I can just feel her. Far away.
I'm gonna go walk back out to where that fox is, and I'm going to unpin it. I'm gonna
As you're taking it, as you're pulling it off and such, you note that this isn't the same kind of fox from your memory. Has a dark muzzle. It's very similar to yours.
I'm gonna sit with it in my lap on the porch area. Kind of stroke the fur on its cheek. Am I supposed to choose between him and her?
I don't like typing.
I know, right? That
Especially when it's to you.
What?
I resented
That was
her
for
my
Dodger.
I resented her my whole life. And just when I think I want to explore what she left behind in me, I've always accepted the human side. But there's two parts of me. I have to accept them both. Choosing one or the other doesn't make any sense. And just sits there, trying to figure out what else the choice could be aside from that. But she can't think of anything. Oh God.
I was just gonna say, well, could tell probably near the end of that actually. Is there any like firewood stacked up inside that we could start a fire in the hearth kind of?
Mm-hmm.
Lorna's gonna get that built up and just look at the others.
Lorna, I just sent you a message too. You've also tipped.
Okay. Maybe it's best if we try to grab some rest while we can. And she'll walk out to the door to Cattell and just.
I mean, this is, I think, out of all of our past, probably the safest place. What attacked the village never came up here. And this was always a safe place as far as my history is concerned.
All right then. We rest until something forces a change. If I'm honest, I don't have much left.
I'll keep watch for the first round. I'm not very tapped.
I'll ask who wants to join you.
Not
I'll go
very
back
tapped.
in. I'm sure pretty much everybody heard what she was saying at the door anyway, so. probably best if we go and shift too.
Okay.
I'll just sit down next to the fire, back against the wall.
I think at the moment Belmy's trying to stand near Cedric, try to keep an eye on him because he seems really freaked out. I'll take second watch.
Yeah, his eyes have dimmed, and he's continuing to stare straight ahead while muttering.
Lorna, are you taking first watch with Catella or am I?
I probably need to rest. I'm not feeling
All right.
real great.
All
But
right.
I'm right by the door. I'll hear you.
I can take watch with her.
Laura's already doing the whole head against the wall, eyes shut, but she's sleeping sitting up. Bo is on her knees with an arrow nocked, obviously not drawn, but just knocked there where she needed it. It's right in her hands.
If you want to take it, you can take it.
I'll
And
take it.
Dodger's gonna nod to Gears and step outside and curl up next to the door, maybe about 5-6 feet away from the door, and curl up on the ground and go to sleep.
Miss Belmy.
I think Belmy's going to try to stay awake as long as he can and just make sure that Cedric's not moving anywhere.
There should be rooms if anyone wants a bed. At least if this is a correct duplicate of my father's home.
Cedric, are you changing any? Or are you just standing there?
No. Cedric's gonna go ahead and do his version of the long rest as he his jaw eventually clenches and he stops moving and his eyes completely dull.
So, Belmy, as you're after a bit of time, yeah, as he explained it, that's what takes place, and he's literally completely unmoving, almost corpse-like.
Yeah, if I put my hand to his face, I guess I don't really know this. Is he breathing? I don't
You
know
don't
if
see him. You don't see any kind like like a breathing motion.
I gotta put my hand. To his face.
His eyes flick over to you when you do that.
Sorry.
One of them flicks back straight. The other one stares at you a little longer, and then it flicks over.
All right. I'm going to bed. And Belmia will crash in one of the rooms then.
Okay.
I guess Cedric's doing his thing.
You explore and you find that there are rooms here and beds and such. They're a little dusty, but place to crash.
I'm just kind of walking around outside and checking things out.
Lauren, as you're resting and have your head up there, just as you're kind of drifting off, you feel a sense of weight on your shoulders, as if something was there, but then it's gone.
Flexibly reach up.
And it's just your hair.
Hand drops back down.
Outside, a storm starts to move in. Not horrible, but enough to bring some rain and a bit of thunder.
Stella kind of just closes her eyes and takes a moment to enjoy something from home. We're typing. That's
Oh my goodness. I'm assuming otherwise it seems peaceful here.
Yeah, a little desolate and such like that, but definitely quiet. There's no imminent threat. The rain comes in. I need to answer that question though for this next part.
It wasn't to me.
It wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's at it? Not I.
It's not
We
me.
got it. We got it.
I know.
I haven't received any messages.
Either
so
have
it's not-
I.
Okay
All
with
right.
that.
So as the storm settles in, this point, so the house itself has this big, huge wraparound porch, but it's covered and such like that. So you could just, I mean, you can still even pace even outside, just stepping in to get out of any rain. And Dodger's there curled up by I don't know if you'd sleep on the actual floor or on a bench that's out there, but you got options. But you're out there somewhere.
Probably under a bench.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Is being under a bench because bench provides maybe a wee bit of cover.
Mm-hmm. So you,
yeah.
as you're there curled up, you for a moment you kind of come out, awake a little bit as you hear a board creak and you see it's Lexi just kind of walking past, and that gives you a little bit of solace to know that okay, you're not, nothing has shifted on you. You're still in the same spot.
All right.
He doesn't kill you.
Thank goodness.
Assassin strike.
No, just doing a mental health dice roll. We're fine.
Then there's as you're walking around on the porch and such out there, Lexi, and you're kind of taking in all this space out there. It's like you see that there's like this. You're in like a open fields and such like that, and there's a grazing area. There's some farm where crops and such would be grown and such. But in the distance, there's like mountains that kind of encircle this space out there, and one very large mountain that kind of sticks out to you. Just take note of it. Just seems that it's much closer to this spot than the mountains that ring outside of that. There's a loud crashing of thunder. Loud, just louder than any of the thunder that you've heard up to point. It's almost like the thunder like right over your head type thing. It's like boom. I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it. I
okay.
hit enter by accident. I was trying to type something and I tried to hit the backspace and I hit the enter. Don't mind it.
Okay.
Lorna, you're kind of open your eyes and you're still sitting there with your back up against what you thought was the hearth, and quickly realize that it's tree. It's massive oak that you have your back resting up against. And as you kind of turn your head around, you see that you are this lone oak that's sitting there, and you're very high off the ground. As you look around, you see you're on some sort of a mountain peak. And down below you see a very familiar landscape of Leylandell down below. And you feel like this, the thunder that woke you, it's still just kind of rumbling and slowly dissipating, but you can feel it like in your chest, still shaking you and such. And you hear a voice beckoning you, come. Not that, those on your arm, the runes flicker with a light.
That
glad
picked
so.
up, but
Yeah,
your
I
voice
got
did
that.
not pick up at
It's
all.
almost like it needs to be
You're-
loud enough to catch it,
like,
to trigger
it's
it.
weird.
You
The
are
mic
so
is,
much
like, right
quieter.
here.
I know, and you're so much quieter compared to everybody else
I don't
in
know
my
why.
head, in my
It's
ears.
so weird.
Yeah.
Can I look around and see if there's Iswin anywhere?
You're alone.
Do you have my bow?
No. You have your blade.
Yeah.
You don't have the dagger.
The wooden one.
Yeah, you don't have it.
Climb down from the tree.
All right. You see that there's a path that kind of winds further up there. So you're high up on this mountain, but it continues to go. The summit is further up, and you see there's a path that winds up to it, and it's shrouded in clouds.
Can I look back down? Do I see?
You turn back down. You see, and far below,
All right. But I don't see anyone. There's no one nearby.
you're all alone.
Is my quiver on my back?
No. As you're looking, you also notice what you're wearing is different. You're in more traditional attire. That you'll have to explain to me because we never talked about it.
She still wears leather, but it's painted, but more of a stain almost of silvers and blue and gold, yellows. It looks like it could blend in with plate mail, and there are pieces of metal worked into it, almost like studded leather. All of it seems much more, while still very lithe and agile and able to be moved in, seems much more heavier than what she would typically, what all of you have known her to wear. Very, the symbols on it match, that are in the gold and the blues on the armor, match some of the symbols that are on her arm. Speaking of which, if I look down, are both sets there, or is there just one?
Both sets are there, but the vine work is very faded, whereas the runes are very prominent.
Instead of the dagger and the sword being almost just second added backup weapons on her, they are both on her belt. But it's not the wooden dagger, it's the silver dagger with a design that again matches some of the marks on her hand. She clenches her fist, refusing to touch either weapon, and then takes one step at a time up the side of the mountain.
As you start to walk in there, you notice there where the stone, where the path kind of leads up, it's almost like steps carved into the rock and at various intervals leading upwards. And you begin to wind your way down, and eventually it gets foggy as you're entering, and where like the cloud is when you wind your way around. Finally, you kind of get above that cloud level, and I swear, if you guys don't stop with this inception, on the right
Very
of my
distracting.
You come out and you're at the top, and there is a looks to be a wooden, very solid wood building in front of you with similar runes carved into it.
And I've never been here, correct?
No. I mean, it's like, are you familiar with a stave church? It's like the Viking churches.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that.
I know where you're going with this. I know what she thinks this is, but she's never actually gone there.
No, yeah, but that's what it looks like. It's this building of wood.
And are the doors open or shut?
They are shut.
So another deep breath, clenched of the fists again, and then walk to the door and push it.
So you walk to the door. The doors themselves are 15 feet tall, massive, but as you reach out and grab it, it opens as if it were just a piece of paper, just moves with grace. And you see it's a long, long hall. And at the far end, there is a, looks like a throne-like chair that is empty.
I'm this far. Slowly walking in.
So as you start to move your foot in, you hear a flutter behind you. Enough to kind of catch you, turn your head a little bit, and you swear you saw like a flash of green, small green, just beyond your eyesight.
Rush back to the door. Search. When?
You see, when you get back to the door and you're looking out, there's what was not there before. There's a bridge, wood bridge that leads out into fog and mist. You feel a tug, a familiar bond just beyond that mist. And then you hear again a boom, thunder, come.
Is there anything back on the throne when I look back now?
No, it's empty. You get a sense it needs someone to sit in it.
I stand at the door. Why?
You hear your own voice echo back to you.
You wanted nothing to do with me for years. You lied. They need me back down there. Wynn needs me. That entire clan. Why now?
Silence.
I don't know what to do. And she just sits down on the stairs. Right in the opening there.
As you're sitting there and your head kind of bops down and you pop it back up and you have your back to the hearth. You see Cedric standing across the room. Still. There's a faint light coming in through the windows. Like, looks to be dawn. There's a smell of rain recently passed in the air.
I will get up and start stoking the fire to warm up the room. And then stick my head outside to see that everyone else is safe.
Where is everybody else?
Patel would have gotten up to do the rounds of chores that she's used to, even though there's nothing really there. This is all just a fake place. She can't help herself. She went straight back to her habit.
All right. As you go to those familiar places out there, the tools and the equipment are all still in the same spots out there. It's just the life is not there. The animals, the people, but the equipment and such. And so there's all these that quickly come flooding back to you, the memories of it all in days past.
And probably
Lexi, where
dust
are
the
you?
house too.
All right. Lexi, where are you at?
I'm assuming I watched all night.
Eventually you sat down in that bench over by Dodger, and we're kind of like in and out a little bit.
Dozing? Okay.
Yeah, but you're with him, and so it's kind of like a little bit, okay, one of us will be one of us will keep an eye out.
Okay.
Dodger was snoring softly, but shivering out in the rain.
Okay, I mean, yeah. I would assume I'm tired then at this point. So.
Yeah. You're like, it's definitely not a full night's sleep. You didn't get a good rest. And Bellamy, you wake up in a bed.
I think I'll just get out and sit at the table in the main room and kind of wait. I don't know what's going on. He'll probably try to summon Ramil again.
Okay, so as you come out to the table and get ready to, because it's the table where you were before, and get ready to do that, you see Lorna's there stoking the fire. Cattell is just coming into the door, looks to be you can see her hands are a little dirty and stuff, and something she must have been working outside, and kind of
I go into the kitchen.
And goes into the kitchen.
Do I find anything there?
In the kitchen? Again, like there's the dishes, the pots, the pans, and all, like the tools are all there, but there's no food. Yeah. You're all very hungry.
Is Fox any good?
Does Cattell hear that?
Not the time.
That was wrong on so many levels.
Sorry. Strike that from the record, Your Honor.
She would have taken the corpse of the fox that looks exactly like hers and set it in front of him. If that were the thing.
I figured the fox was probably buried at this point.
No.
No, you would never say that.
Cattell would have left it.
He was joking. We know you were joking.
Does this qualify as a long rest, by the way?
Not for me.
It counts as a long rest for Dodger, Bellamy. you need at least 6 hours of sleep.
Did we not change shifts?
No.
No, because
Apparently
some
not.
people were having other, like, that was the plan, but some people just didn't do it.
Lorna didn't get a long rest.
Wait, did Cedric gain the effects of a long rest?
Do we get a
Mhm.
short rest?
Yeah, Cedric can have the effects of a long rest. Do you get a short rest? Yeah, we'll call it. Yeah, definitely at least a short rest.
I figure
So I
I
can
heard
use-
Dodger snoring, so I would let him sleep. If I just kind of like dozed in and out, but kind of was trying to watch. And
There,
So I can use recovery dice.
is there a long rest
Yes.
button?
No.
So what would Cattell have gotten, if anything?
So there's actually four different rest types.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Well, two of them you'll be very familiar with. But okay, so the first one is taking a breather. Take a breather is a short period of rest, at least 5 minutes long after a strenuous activity. During that time, you may rest, stake your thirst, hunger, check a single wound and bandage it. But during a breather, you may spend 1 recovery die for recovering vitality points. You roll a die and add your resolve to it, and that's what you get back. So that's like right after a fight, if you're like, kind of, okay, get your breath, kind of, patch yourself up. Short rest has to be at least an hour long. You can perform a couple basic tasks: eating, drinking, treating wounds. You can spend recovery dice, bind any injuries, and consume essential supplies. But anything intensive will require you to settle down and set up camp for a longer stay. So it's kind of like it's your typical short rest.
So can I use more than 1 recovery dice then, or can I only use 1?
You can use more than 1. You can only use 1 on a breather, but this is definitely longer than a breather. During a short rest, you can recover vitality. You can regain class features that have short rest requirements. Eat, drink. You can change out your inventory and such. Treat wounds. You can do some like research and such. So if you want to look through, hey, I want to look through a book and see if I can figure out what we're supposed to do. Those types of things. That's a short rest. So a long rest is an extended period of time, 8 hours in duration, 6 of which must be sleeping. The other 2 is just light activities such as reading, talking, eating, standing watch, things like that. If it's interrupted by any period of strenuous activity, you have to begin all over again. It destroys that. You didn't have that. At the end of your long rest, though, your vitality remains unchanged. However, you regain up to half of your total number of recovery dice, rounded down, and any recovery dice above the maximum for your level must be spent during the long rest for recovery or removing runes, otherwise they're lost. So I don't have my chat up, so I'm just seeing dice just being flung out on the screen.
I'm just trying to find vitality on my sheet.
It's on actions. It's the heart.
Big heart.
It doesn't say vitality. It's just the heart. Okay.
Yeah, it's health.
The last one is an extended rest. An extended rest, it's a period of extended downtime, at least a week long. That's kind of like when you're back in town and you're like, okay, we're really going to chill out. That's when you can actually start selling loot. You can bait your lifestyle thing's going to kick in there and how much you spend in that space. Training. You can look for rumors. You can perform secondary activities like, I need to meet with so-and-so and have a conversation with them. I want to go shop, relieve stress, things like that.
Basically stuff we're not going to get to do for a while, guys.
There you go. So those are your 4 types.
Half your recovery dice rounded down on a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 1d8. Cool. Plus your resolve, correct?
Plus your resolve.
We cannot increase our recovery dice.
What? Like it won't let you type in it or anything?
Well, yeah. It's immutable.
I rolled 1d8 because it's half of
I just
3 rounded down as 1. I rolled a 3 plus 0, so I gained 3.
No. You
get
your recovery back. It's the dies you get back.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I haven't spent recovery die ever
So
yet.
I think right. So I think you're fine. But yeah, you get the full when you roll that recovery die, you get that full roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
then plus-
it's
and then
it's
plus
8
whatever.
plus 0, so cool.
So basically, at
I
our
would
level,
be back to full vitality for me because I only took 6 damage.
basically at our level on a long rest, we get 1 free recovery die.
Yeah.
If you haven't spent any.
Sorry, so you don't roll the recovery dice?
No, you do. It's getting recovery dice back.
Okay. So when you're trying to
that's
get
where
your
it's
vitality.
happened.
If you've
Yeah.
spent it, it's what you get back. Gotcha.
But yeah, if you click on the word or click on the star rather, it will roll what you get back. It'll roll the die for you.
So each long rest, we get 1 recovery dice back. Is basically what happens.
Yeah, as you go up in level, you'll get more of those back. Will come back.
Lorna's just sitting. Once she's stoked the fire, she's literally doing the whole crouch at the fire and just eyes watching the flames. That's it. Not even registering what's being talked about.
What is Dodger doing? I mean, you wake up and kind of stir, and you hit Lexi's feet. She's sitting there, kind of both kind of wake her up a little bit.
Well, when Dodger wakes up and kind of nudges Lexi's feet, he's gonna roll over and pretend that he's sleeping for a bit, and hoping that Lexi won't notice that he's awake, and either leave him there or he's just gonna wait for a good 10 minutes.
If you woke
and see
me
what
up,
happens.
I probably would have gotten up. So
Probably, but the question is do you attempt to interact with Dodger or go, oh, he's still asleep?
I would say if
and
you're still
leave?
asleep, I'd let you sleep because I like to sleep when Lexi likes to sleep. So I would leave you alone if you
Would
need the
you
extra
attempt
sleep.
to pretend that he is asleep?
Yes.
Like the whole nudge and go, oh, and roll over so that he's facing away from you and closer towards the house, if you will, underneath said bench, because you were over on the bench.
I was sitting on the bench. I was just above you. If you hit my legs and that woke me up, and then I saw that you rolled over like you're just trying to still get more sleep, I would have got up and left you if it was light and I knew things were okay. So.
Okay.
Because it looks like you're avoiding.
That is absolutely what he's doing.
Exactly. So I'd I'll let you be.
Okay. So once he's left alone, he's gonna kind of get up, try to brush as much of the mud off as possible, still shivering, and go walk for as far as he can and see if he can get back to the sewers.
Well, what you'll notice now that it's light out, this is a big house. It's a nice big ranch house. It's not
big old ranch house.
It's not like some cottage on the hill.
Well, hang on, let me roll a thing. Never mind. He goes back into the house to see if he can steal something.
There's two very conflicting instincts kicking in there.
Seriously.
Absolutely. It's either go back to a place of safety because that's the way of what he thinks is the way out of going back and facing whatever is in his past that he needs to face, or oh, that's a really big house. That could be a big school.
So if you do go through the house, I don't know what would be included in this weird
Probably nothing.
space, but there wouldn't be anything of too much value. Anything there, you would probably get the sense is purely sentimental or work related.
I mean, fair. He's probably going to be highly disappointed, but
Yeah,
I rolled
even if this were
eyes
real
of
life,
those and I got a 19 on
if
whether
this
or
was
not
the
he was
real
going to try
home-
and steal something.
If this was the real home, he would still be disappointed unless he went into one specific room. But
Like I said, it's
then
you see the furniture, it's all hand carved and done with care, but yeah, it's not rich or it's extravagant. It's just very salt of the earth type,
Fair.
house of dirt. Yeah.
you can tell there's money, but it's not it's not been spent on anything.
There's no extravagance.
Yeah.
Right. But seeing the size of it, it's
I mean, you might find the one room. DM doesn't know about this one room because I neglected to let him know about it, but there is one room.
Oh, I see. But yeah,
so I can't help you with that.
he's not really talking. Dodger's not really talking to anybody, and he's trying
It's more like a
to
closet.
sneak around and see what he can find based on the outskirts, and try to find the back door to get in to the house and stuff like that before deciding to bugger off and go towards the thought of he has to go face whatever he needs to go face.
So, all right. So as you're push it through, look, you're doing this. The rest of you are Bellamy. You're tried the ritual again. Same effect. It's just like Ramil just can't get through. And you hear a clicking noise on the porch, like a tapping noise. 1, 2, 3, and then there's a on the door.
Just a quick note, I did put it in the chat, but just for the sake, Cattell did put the amulet back if she was able.
I did see that, and yes, you were.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, there was a lot of Inception stuff.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of Inception.
I just wanted to make sure that it was noted.
Oh goodness.
So
They
we
hear
hear a knock.
a knocking on the door.
So I'm back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I kind of just give a long side glance at the door.
I go to the door.
Okay.
I would
You
go to the door, and at this point, I'm like, anything goes.
Lexi, why don't we ready our weapons or
Or
something?
perhaps
First of all,
maybe
Dodger is out there, so I'm
No,
going
he's
to.
not. He's inside the house.
Oh, he
wandering
went. That's
around.
right. He went in to go steal stuff.
perhaps
I
we-
went through the back door. You didn't see me.
I
go
wouldn't have
through the
seen
back door
him, so
because
I
I'm
would think
around
he's
the
still
house.
He
out
is
there
inside,
then.
yeah.
Hold on.
But I
This
see
is
him.
my house. Stop. How about we let someone who's not wanted for something on their back or wanted to be murdered by someone who was stolen things answer the door?
Is that any of us?
Yes.
Go hide. I'll answer the door.
Lexi, they took us because of you, at least initially. You're not answering the door. You're getting behind me.
We're in your fear, not mine right now.
This is not a fear. This has nothing to do with my fears. And if that knock is someone here who has created all of this, I don't want them to get to you when they've already had their hands, or some associate of theirs has had their hands on you already. I'm trying to protect you like I'm supposed to.
Do you even have all your powers right now?
You don't have to worry about what I can and cannot do. I don't need a
Fine.
stick with a pointy end to take care of an enemy.
I back up. I go elsewhere.
So I will walk up to the door and I will open it.
You open the door, and standing in the doorway is
Flicks.
figure.
You are not who I
Oh
was
my
expecting.
Well, hey,
That's where we're gonna
Blake.
end
This
it.
son of a gun! This guy!
I hope they're here to kick us out. But then again, what do we have to pay to get out?
That's a fair question. That is a very fair question.
We'll have to wait till next week to get the answer.
Holy cow.
Well,
All right.
well.
Now Cattell's wondering where Dodger is, because Felix is obviously wanted. Something to do with Dodger. Not Lexi, like she thought there was going to be that guy or some guy.
This guy! We don't know! Ah.
All right.
Well,
So
that was interesting.
very interesting.
Cattell's
What
just
is
really
the
happy that they
name?
ended up at her house and not somewhere else.
All right, so we'll pick up here next week, next Monday at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Time, 6:30 Mountain Time for those of you who are in that time zone. We'll pick up there. In the interim, please jump out to the Lakeside Legendz website. There's lots of videos and much more than just Ætherealms. There's a treasure trove of entertainment out there, from full campaigns to one shots. A lot of stuff out there. Please go out there, jump on that. Definitely jump out our Discord, because that's where we're out there chatting and posting and doing things, and jump on, start a discussion or join in on a discussion.
Or just be silly.
Fantastic. Or just be silly. And we'd be happy to see you there. And we certainly appreciate you sticking around with us here. Thank you to all the players and such for a great evening.
Thank you for entertaining us. And giving us another cliffhanger.
The heck out.
Of course. And we look forward to seeing all of you again here down by the lakeside. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.